Move on over. I'm gonna watch the Ravnica trailer. See you on the other side.
My name is Jace Bellerin. I am the Living Guild Pact. What makes your plane more worthy than any other?
Ravnica can never be free until we stand over the buried body of the Guild Pact.
In the name of Mat Celestia, I will shine a light that gives new life to the Conclave and brings the truth out of darkness.
Ravnica and its people deserve peace, and I aim to bring it to them, regardless of what my new patron may want.
My life is the sword that will strike down the tyranny that tries to lay shadow over my people.
Mortality is trivial. Once I'm deathless, I will restore order.
Oh, so this is the stinger. This isn't our intro.
No, it just played our intro too.
Our intro just went through.
Oh, right.
And it's us!
Welcome to Season 3 of Encounter Roleplay's Ravnica Under Fire. Learn to play D&D with us. I cannot wait to get started. We have just had some incredible seasons past, but we are going to be jumping in with brand new characters in this season, and we're going to go ahead and do a quick round robin. Everybody introduce yourselves and your characters. Let's have your characters introduce your players. We'll do it that way, and then we will jump into, well, a little bit more fun. So let's start with Suniva first. Well, Sam, it's not actually Suniva today, so who are you today?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you want Suniva or do you want Rosalind? Today, I'll be playing Rosalind Bladeweaver today. I am being portrayed by one Sam at Samlaws_Gamegee, who is a chronic illness and accessibility advocate, and you can check her on at that username on Twitch and Twitter.
Okay, all right, and well, it's not going to be Fane today.
I know we're throwing everyone off.
I know I'm totally blown here. Medu, tell us about Robert.
I am. I'm doing the wrong accent again. I am Ravnica, and today I will be played by Robert Allen, the voice actor that you can find on @VoicesOfRobert on Twitter. And he does things, and I'm still doing the wrong accent. It doesn't matter. I'll figure it out before we go live.
Brilliant.
Hashtag new characters. Except for our next player, Hallow, who's playing Hallow.
Hello.
I'm kidding. Totally got Hallow playing Hallow.
Well,
It's an important distinction.
things have happened during the break, as they do. But hello! I am Hallow, and I will be played by Megan. You can find her at Megan Lynn for the win on Twitter. And yes, Goth Hallow is here. Welcome. Very excited to have everyone.
I stand Goth Hallow.
I'm so not goth.
She
Next,
tries.
You'll get it, darling.
next we've got, I am drawing a complete blank, Arcady, who is being played, who's going to play instead today.
Zarina.
Zarina.
Yeah. Well, actually, the person that's going to play Zarina today is a bit of an idiot. His name is Nuno, and you can find him at JNunoTex on all the social medias, and it's going to be very, very fun. I hope everyone enjoys this new character for a bit.
For a bit. I love it.
I love her.
This is going to be fantastic. Okay, and Dr. Ilvar, normally playing Malakar.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ilvar, is that League Internal Affairs. I'm played by one Nathaniel Kryman, a unfortunate waste of talent who just spends his time playing games on the internet. Pity.
Called out.
Oof.
Tell us how you really feel.
Okay.
My future best friend.
Excellent. And all right, so we have a special guest with us tonight, Snicklesocks, for tonight and maybe the next few episodes too, playing Alsan Sura. Please tell us about Snicklesocks, and if we're not aware who you are already.
I am Alsan Sura. I will be portrayed by Snicklesocks. Some know him as Chris, but most people know him as Snicklesocks, or Snickle or Socks. He is the creator of the Retroverse. And a lot of people seem to like that a lot. I don't quite get it, but it's very flashy, it's very bright, and maybe a little much. Maybe just a little too much most of the time. So he'll be sticking around most of the night for a few episodes, apparently.
All right. And I am your illustrious DM. Is it work if I say that about myself?
I'll allow it.
Sure.
Illustrious DM.
Why not?
It's not wrong. So
Live in your truth. Live in your truth.
It says I'm a magnificent game master, so I'm not sure exactly what the definition is of that, but it looks something like this. Okay, and we're going to be running a Learn to Play game in Ravnica, the campaign setting from Magic the Gathering, and if you are familiar with any of the storylines around the plot lines of Magic the Gathering and the current War of the Spark, you will see some current events and things transpiring maybe parallel to them. If you do see something that means something to you, please don't drop any spoilers into the chat down there. We would really, really hate to ruin it for the players because I've kept them all horribly, horribly in the dark. We have hoods and chains in the basement. They aren't allowed outside. It's like jury duty. Trying to keep them away from War of the Spark. But real quick, I want to send a quick shout out. We have a new sponsor this week. It is Cascadia Gaming Company. They are making cool little wooden gaming supplies. They've got a Kickstarter up live right now. If you want to pop that down in the chat, they are awesome. Make sure you check them out. It's a nice little coaster/dice tray combination. And please have nice wooden tables for my table games. And as a dungeon master, I can attest, I don't like spots and rings on my table. If I have to replace one more table, I swear I'm going to invest in a gaming mat for... Never mind, I'm not giving up this hobby for nothing. Just wreck my table. Just whatever. It's just a table. Just go buy the Kickstarter and protect my table for me, please. Okay, and with that, we're going to go and check out our state sponsors. Everybody who has been backing us for a long time, we appreciate them very much, and this is our quick video for them.
Before we begin today's show, I would like to take some time to remind you about our sponsors. Fantasy Grounds, our virtual tabletop of choice. All of the beautiful maps and rolls you see tonight are done using Fantasy Grounds, which you can try for free at fantasygrounds.com. You can also get all of your miniatures from Wayland Games. Go to waylandgames.co.uk and get yourself a huge range of D&D, Warhammer and 40k minis for up to 20% off regular retail price. And Tabletop Loot, who sell incredible dice. Go and check them out at tabletoploot.com.
That's true.
Major delay.
I'm going to name a character.
I do that.
Oh, hi.
We're back.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
We're back.
God.
Boom.
No wonder you guys put together such an awesome video. I was taking like minutes and days to talk about our amazing sponsors. So that was our sponsors, and we love you guys so much. Thank you very much for backing us. And now we are going to dive into something a little more fun. We are going to do a Wild Magical Surge poll. Just go ahead and drop that into the chat while we do a quick recap of where we have left off in the previous season and maybe some of the things that have transpired in the off season, because we're crazy like that. And yeah, we just love rolling dice, and it doesn't always make it to the stream. Okay, I'm kidding. It'll all make it to the stream eventually, one way or another. Okay, and yes. Okay, let's start off. Who wants to do the recap? Why do you always look at me like nobody wants to do the recap? Do none of
There's
you?
a lot.
We just all think that you would do such a good job.
I know.
I mean,
Like
I
none of
think
us can
Snickles should do
compare. I think nobody can
Snickles
really.
You
should do
did
it.
describe yourself as illustrious.
Snickles should
before,
do it,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, so in last season, there was definitely fighting, and somebody exploded. I'm almost certain of it.
Actually.
I'm going to do the narration in the voice of, let's do it as Nicol Bolas. But unfortunately, that means I'll have to inform him of everything you guys have been up to, and that might be kind of awkward.
As if he doesn't already know.
Fair point.
Is Bolas.
Oh, well, you know what? Fair.
Okay, well, I will just jump right in and just go ahead and do something to give us a little bit of a recap. Last season, we did some amazing things. We did some terrible things. We went up against some alien angels from another plane, and they tore the crap out of the dimensional barriers and, opened up a gateway into the under caverns of Ravnica. In fact, right below District 6, District 6, in a fun little prison that was run by the Demir. What was the name of that one again, Fane? Okay. There was a prison. It was run by the Demir. Fane hacked in there, got everybody in, started rescuing people out. Elvault from Season 1 was in there. Get a whole bunch of fun people. We found out some backstory around Solvig and made Saniva cry. They ultimately ended up killing Hallow's original patron as a warlock. I mean, Celestial Fae Cleric, something like that. Whatever she was. Death Pact Angel, and we all died and ended up in another dimension, or we were all captured by invading forces who have now overrun Ravnica. Let's see, so Season 1, we were Ravnica, we were under Unknown District. As we
That was Season 1.
That was Season 1, Unknown District. Season 2, we were Ravnica
Unleashed.
And Season 3, we're now going to be Ravnica Under Fire, and we are going to be on fire, burning down the place, like we said in Episode 1, burning down Ravnica. Okay, it's not us. Okay, let's be fair. Nicol Bolas, his puppet gods of another plane have decided that Ravnica is his own personal stomping grounds and invaded and occupied forces. 3 months have passed since we left it off at last season. And, that's 3 months in prison for our lovely Suniva Fane, Arcady Malakar, and, not Hallow. Hallow managed to escape somehow, but nobody's seen her in prison. Maybe she's in solitary. Maybe she's solitary.
She always was a troublemaker.
Your alternate characters tonight are being recruited by Hallow and, her shady partner, which is where we are to start our game tonight. But first, Wild Magic Surge. Let's call it in. Who won the Wild Magic Surge?
Oh boy.
Okay.
Everyone hates Nunu.
Oh.
The only ones not voted for were the Germans.
On the
Oh,
bright
fun.
side,
That's okay. I see how it is. Whatever.
I voted for myself.
They just don't want bad things to happen to you.
Nunu, on the bright side, it is just a temporary character, right?
Sure, exactly.
It is now.
Yep.
So, Wild Magic Surge D10,000, as we have been using it, I have a brilliance table here. We will be probably using the old D10,000. We might come up with a Ravnica specific table at some point in the future, but for now, I really like the tons of random options. So
I'd love a Rakdos appears before you and demands sacrifice option.
We can put that in the Ravnica specific column.
Get out the autograph book.
That sounds extremely terrifying. And why is it not loading? Okay, who wants to roll for me?
What are we rolling for? It's a trap.
The one that's getting hit should do it.
Yeah, I feel like Nunu should.
Yeah.
Pick your poison.
10,000, you said?
Yeah, D10,000. That'll be 4D10. And they're all the same color on there, but left to right,
Oops.
that's 5D10.
That was like,
So we're going to take
misclicked.
that 3, 6, 6, 3.
Or that. Go for that. Yeah, sure.
We're going to take the first one rolled. So 3,
Yeah,
6,
go
6,
for it.
And I got a link right here, and I'm going to retry to open it. Except the link's not right here. Oh, because I'm in the
Maybe
wrong
I just
chat.
don't get to play today, guys. Maybe it's just this is the end. This is
Oh.
Zarina getting canceled again before anything even starts.
Oh
There's
no!
a tendency to free route into the waste. And you are now an eternal zombie in Amonkhet.
No. I'll save you. Don't worry. Hallow's gonna do a rescue.
Thanks,
Oh my
bro.
god, this rating is so small.
Rescue Rangers with no Rangers.
Yep. Somebody should have been a ranger. This is a gross oversight on our part.
How is this not
close?
Grounds. I'm gonna get a hold of David over there, and we're gonna make this a thing.
Close to a ranger.
That's true. We've got a
Close doesn't
druid.
count.
That's like saying I'm close to a ranger.
Yeah.
What if I shoot
All
a
right,
bow?
Ilvar.
You don't know. I might shoot a bow.
Do you?
Okay.
No.
Well.
I'm not going to announce it on the stream, but I will let you know when it comes to fruition.
Oh,
Which is going to be
that's
this
great.
guaranteed.
Oh, that
because we're
means-
doing Wild Magic Surge every freaking game from now on, and we'll also have some other poll at the end of the stream for everyone to get engaged with and really reward the cast for or punish the cast for their performance.
Yeah. Wild magic surges have
we
gone
love
so
you,
well for us
chat.
in the past.
Thanks, chat.
That's right.
Love you,
That's right.
chat.
Start sucking up, because they could give you the bane of Ravnica or the blessing of Ravnica.
Our chat is the best chat.
We have but our chat really is the best chat.
They are.
So
Number one
like,
chat.
like you guys are literally the
Start
best.
talking. Okay, so we're going to dive on in. We are being recruited, correct? Except for Hallow, who's already thoroughly been recruited, but there's a mysterious stranger with a magnificent hat. I mean, if you want to really think about this hat, I've been using the example to the cast here that Jarlaxle Benray would kill for this hat. Okay, so I'm just saying, Darkwing Duck ain't got nothing on this hat. It's exquisite blue felt. It sweeps 3.5 feet wide. It goes to a narrow point, and the rest of it I'm not going to try to describe because my mind just shuts off when thinking about it. It's so amazing.
It's beyond words.
It's so magnificent, in fact, that you're pretty sure it's a half-elf beneath it. It's almost forgettable. You've seen his face on multiple occasions throughout this conversation you've had in this dark, dusky room in the inside of this, the underside of this Rakdos cult den, the notorious nightclub, where you are sitting just off the stage. Just off of the lower floor backstage that has the private booths and the business that you don't want everybody knowing about. Let's just call it what it is. There's a lot of governmental and guild business that happens here. Okay, but you are in a room just in the, as you can see on the map, for those of you in the fantasy grounds, in a room just to the northwest corner of the backstage, and you are just finishing up an awkward discussion in which, this half-elf hasn't really introduced himself, but has definitely made his presence known. He comes to you, he says, "Well, I am so happy to finally have you all in one place. It would seem many of you have a similar agenda. Do not guarantee you will all survive this endeavor. But I'll leave you in the hands of Hallow. She will see you through. With a slight tilt of his felt cap, he makes his way out, and the door feels shut behind him.
That individual certainly has a flair for the dramatic.
I like his hat.
It is a
It is very
fairly nice
interesting.
hat.
Well, Hallow, I mean, looks like you're making some strides these days. You know what it was exactly he's looking for?
Well, it's more of who he's looking for and where they are. I believe most of you know, well, Dr. Ilvar certainly seems to know where we're heading, which is convenient.
Care to share with the rest of the class?
Yeah, look here. I have no idea what's happening, but if you could explain, it would have been wonderful.
Oh, I
Some
didn't
more
want
information?
to interrupt our illustrious leader, Hallow Rain.
Yes.
Sure.
Well, you are certainly, you seem to be fairly more familiar, but we are heading to Amonkhet to retrieve some important people from a prison there.
Oh,
And
a
you're
jailbreak,
sure I can't
eh?
dissuade you against this? You're sure I can't make you to have a different idea? Anything? This is a really bad place. You should not be going there.
Well, Ravnica right now is a pretty bad place as well, and the people who are in Amonkhet could help change that back. So no, unfortunately, you are welcome to stay behind if you are not so inclined to go with us, but we are going.
No. I wouldn't send anyone in there just without at least a guide.
You believe these people can save this city and stop all that is going wrong?
Well, I believe that there's two options. One, they either do that or they all die. And in either one, I guess it's really fine in the grand scheme of things.
I mean, no one lives forever.
Sounds about right.
Well, actually, no. You will. If you die out there, you will be entombed forever as a wandering mummy in the sands. It is.
All right, well, it's a good
literally
story
worse than
either
death.
way, as far as I'm concerned, so...
Well, that's certainly not the plan.
Why don't we take a moment to break the ice, get to know each other just slightly? I am Dr. Rosval Ilvar, and I pull out a business card, and it says, "Is that League Internal Affairs?" I'm here on an important mission to find Dr. Wilderburn and make him, investigate him for the crimes he has indubitably committed, and then commit him for punishment appropriate.
Well,
Very
who's
fancy.
Who's
you came
next?
to my place, to my show, so I assume you all know who I am, yes? Zarina, star performer? The person that was about to, before you came around here, no? No? Okay. Well, anyway, why am I here? Why me?
Yeah, why is she here?
Good question.
Look, you-
Yeah.
What?
We need your help. Is why you're
Okay.
here.
Now that makes more sense, yes?
Yes, I've heard you're a very useful individual. That waits to be seen, evidentially.
I'll snap my fingers disguise myself as Dr. Ilvar and say, yes, you are a very useful individual. And then snap back my fingers, change back to Zarina. Well,
That
yes.
was a very good impression.
I need a performance check.
Okay.
First
There
roll.
we go.
First
Let's
roll.
go.
I think he's gonna roll a 3 because I've foreseen it.
Oh, right out the gate.
Damn.
Oh.
Well, there we go.
Wow.
Whoa.
Nobody is impressed with your impression.
But a 3 is still a 16, by the way.
Wait, you have a plus 13?
I have a plus 13 in performance, yes.
Bards, baby!
Passable.
Bards.
Everybody is impressed with the performance.
It really, really got you, Dr. Ilvar. Really, just
Yeah.
It was
I hate
amazing.
to admit it, but that was pretty good, actually.
Very good.
Average.
Uncanny.
really encapsulated the whole I'm really grumpy about everything.
I think I like that one better than the original.
I kind of do too.
You know how it is. You imitate someone, you add a little bit of your own personal self, and of course, if I add a bit of me, it's always a little bit better, eh?
Sure.
Right. Of course.
Anyway,
Oh.
Hallow, so you got like a plan or anything? What do you need? What are we doing? How many people are we busting out?
Oh, well, I thought we were just introducing ourselves first, and then we can formulate a plan.
Ah, true, that's right. Sorry. It's been quite an evening.
Rude.
You know, no one
This-
asked you.
This is
Anyway,
going to
my
be
name's
fun.
Rosalind. Nice to meet anyone. You who don't already know me. You and sure, you. And I'll point at Hallow and Nadu. You can call me Roz. Everyone else, I'm Rosalind.
Did you have a last name or designation, title?
You can just call me the Blade Weaver, friend. And she's got like
Mistress
a bunch
Blade
of
Weaver.
knives like all over.
Mistress Bladeweaver. Good to make your acquaintance.
And yours.
That was interesting. I am Meduneter. I am very good at influencing and working with the natural magics of the world and protecting them. I also love fire.
Well, you're certainly in the
And
right
just
place
produce
for that.
flame in my hand.
You're in good company, friend. Rosalind has like a tattoo of just like fire, like and knives like up her arms. So she's like finger guns at you.
I love
Like
The entire outfit, Zarina's outfit, is just covered in depictions of flame in an artistic way as well.
I think we are going to get along very well.
I mean, at least we're gonna look great while we do whatever it is we're doing.
For sure.
I am also going to use a minor illusion to make a little flame, and then say, I am Alcensura. I am Medunetter's brother. We are twins, but separated at birth, which is why his accent is so extreme.
I was raised by the viziers. He was not. They speak like
No,
this.
I was raised by the desert. Thank you. I still think this is a bad idea, but I don't want to send anyone in there unequipped with knowledge. So hopefully, I will be of some help.
Well, my name is Hallow. I'm sure you know I am an associate, I suppose, of the ones we are going to seek out and find. So I'm glad that you are all here so that we can make a plan and go in after them. So, Amonkhet, I'm hoping you would be able to give us some sort of primer, perhaps, of what there is to expect?
Oh, yes. It's covered in mummies. Just as far as the eye can see. Don't go into the desert. Stay out of the desert as much as you possibly can.
Didn't like the whole. What?
There's a desert.
Very bad.
All right.
It's awful. Yeah, don't die out there if you can avoid it. It's really, really bad. We are apparently going to rescue some associates of yours out of prison. Fairly certain that one is also swarming with demons, so that's going to be fun. We're going to have to probably follow up the river for a little while if we can. Also, desert is covered in demons. Should have mentioned the demons as well. Is everyone okay with just a scorching sun all of the time? That we can all deal with. Yeah, that's okay. All right.
I mean, I love that sunshine.
There's a lot of fire here, if you haven't noticed. So we are.
Yeah, we're all on fire. Yes. We're quite hot.
Ravnica was always a little balmy for my tastes. I think.
Nice try.
Yeah. Well, you'll enjoy the dry everything as soon as we step through the gate. So we'll definitely have to deal with all that. Additionally, within our city, the gods don't. They're not ethereal things that sometimes make them. They're just walking around giant titans, essentially. So maybe don't even talk to them. Don't even get near them. In fact, don't talk to anybody. Maybe that's probably the best way that we can do this. It's because they'll all murder you. Because the
guards are giant titans.
No, those are the gods.
The gods.
No.
Sorry.
Yes.
The gods. Ah, okay.
Yes, and they
Sounds like a lovely place. Oh, I think you. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I think your audio.
Oh
no! Did we lose?
Oh no!
Alton.
Yeah, I think we did.
I'm sorry. No, I'm here. I lost sound for a second.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I couldn't hear anybody.
So, sand, mummies, demons, a prison, more demons, and walking gods.
Yes.
Okay, that was
yes, our entire society is built around following the gods and serving them literally up till our death, until we are turned into. You see all of these people, creatures walking around that have sort of put your city under siege. That's our apparently our end game here. So that's what we have to look forward to. That's the afterlife for us.
Sounds very well organized.
Sounds
boring.
boring.
Well organized, actually. It's remarkable. It's remarkable that they've been able to do this. I don't understand how your society functions. It doesn't make any sense to me. There seems to be very little order.
Well, I think it depends on where you go. Well, here you're not going to find much, but there are some guilds in the city that operate a little more traditionally, perhaps, but not here.
Nerds.
I mean, everyone knows that the Azorius and the Orzhov are the worst, and they need to have everything in little boxes, and everything needs to be done according. I love messing with their plans, by the way. Anyway, story for another time.
My good people. It has been said before, the Internal Affairs Department in the Azet League is like a little corner of the Azorius in another guild. So please, still your tongues for a moment.
You are in wrong company to be asking that, unfortunately, Doctor.
Yeah, I don't think you're in any position to be telling people what to do with their tongues, so you better watch it before I cut yours out, friends.
Wait, do you sell infernal eclairs? This is what you are. You're a baker of some sort of infernal eclairs. That sounds very strange. I don't understand. What does that do?
That sounds delicious. I don't know.
It sounds great. I don't know why you're doing this.
I'm entirely confused as to what you're referring to.
You work for the Department of Infernal Eclairs. Yes.
Internal Affairs.
Yes, that's what I said.
You are incorrect. We can
Y'all should
revisit this
really
topic
get one of
another
those.
time.
Yeah, that sounds like something that could really add to the menu here. With
Yeah,
some bacon
really.
on top.
That's a great
Can I order
idea.
one? Can I order a case from you? Is this how this works?
I could go
How
for some
about when we get
Raptors
back?
bacon right about now.
Well,
Oh,
there's
well,
a
I mean,
time
that
and
could be
place.
arranged.
The place, but maybe not the time.
Right, so what do we know exactly then about this prison? Do we have to trek through the desert to get there? I guess, friend, seems like you know the most about where it is we're going. What kind of travel are we looking at?
Well, Dungeon Master, exactly how much travel are we looking at? I'm not sure.
Well, that is not the
Wait.
only thing remarkable in that sentence. The sentence, that is the first time that anybody has mentioned the prison to your character.
No, we covered it. We
We
mentioned
talked
that.
about prison.
We mentioned it earlier.
In character.
Yeah, they said
Must-
earlier.
okay. I've been kind of
like my
my ear
second-
off now.
It's like my second sentence to Alsan was about Ifnir. The prison we're going to is called Ifnir. Hi, audience. It's work.
Hello, chat.
It's in a volcano.
It's a volcano. It's swarming with demons. It's awful.
It's kind of cool.
Amazing.
Also, everyone in there is not allowed to leave due to a sort of security necklace thing. So
Okay.
that's another detail we'll have to deal with. Can't cast magic, can't do anything with it. Don't die though, which is great, because you don't turn into a
Alright.
mummy.
Huh.
Oh,
Interesting.
well, if anybody dies, I can take care of that. Well, at least, yeah, a couple times. So just try not to die more than twice, and we should be fine.
Comforting.
Well, that is very, very reassuring.
I mean,
Thank
it's
you.
better than most people get. Like
Yeah, I mean-
usually you just die once and then you're done. I can do it twice.
Look,
It's a
for all
pretty
I
good
know,
deal.
you're now my new best friend, so it's fine.
Oh,
Question: Can you do it twice for all of us, or just twice in general?
Well, I'd have to take a nap.
Well, I mean,
And then I
once
could
we're
do
dead,
it-
there's no real rush, right?
Oh well, that's.
I'm
Let's just not think about that. We're just gonna go and we're going to rescue them. And we're going to come back, and it's going to be fine.
yeah. How
Just as a
about we don't
precaution.
die?
That's
You know,
Yeah, I
if
like your
certainly
positivity.
the plan.
Someone's
if
going to die.
somebody dies-
No,
Just to get
if some-
things squared, I happen to know that you require certain components for that. How many do you have prepared for this trek? I imagine these companions might be fallen, felled, or dismembered in various ways a few times on our trek.
I'm not the biggest fan of your attitude. I have to be honest.
The feeling is
However-
mutual.
Well, wonderful. I'm sure we'll be fast friends. I have components for 2 to cast the spell twice. So, don't die more than twice. I've already stated that.
I mean, that sounds pretty reasonable. I mean, we got some time. I'm sure we could do a quick little nip to the store, see what else we can get before we go traipsing off into the freaking sands, but
Yes,
Yes.
my friend Dr. Ilvar could get us some infernal eclairs, right? A good friend.
how many
Medu-
hit dice do we turn to infernal eclairs a game?
Me-
I think
Medu,
we need
how
like
many-
emoji or something at this point.
Of all the people you've seen go into the desert, how many have you seen survive? Not including us, because we're remarkable.
Oh, not including us.
Yes.
Hold on, I have to use none.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure
Sure.
everyone understood the stakes here.
Huh.
Well,
So you're
So it'll be
you're
a
sure?
really good story.
Yeah. And you're sure?
If anyone's
the-
alive to tell it.
You sure these people are really necessary to save the city? I mean, because it sounds really dangerous.
Entirely
Don't-
necessary.
Well, I welcome you to go fight one of our champions, in the ones that are in your streets right now.
yeah. So actually,
I welcome you
Corey.
to try.
Dungeon Master, what's the situation in Ravnica now?
Oh, I'm glad you should ask. I was waiting to get to the streets to narrate it, but I'm happy to let you know. Yeah, the sky's been overcast for pretty much since the rift is opened below District 6, pouring forth from the rift in the ground that they tore and dug to widen the channel into District 6, forever changing the landscape of the Foundry District. It is now, what used to be the chasm has become a gaping maw into another dimension. These Eternals marched through about 40 man abreast, and they took over the city and force. There was little defense that the Samir, the Simic, God, can't say anything today.
We're all here.
Fields, but most of the Simic could not actually defend from the sky even. Nobody, the Boros Legion, rained down fire and were eventually subjugated from the just sheer numbers pouring through. There is still name of the fortress in the sky, Boros Legion man.
Parhelion 2.
Parhelion 2.
Parhelion, thank you.
Parhelion 2.
Does still reside in the sky and is surrounded by a halo of angels that destroys anything with enough balls to get close. But it's kind of an eternal war in the sky, blotting things out. It reminds you of Hallow, it reminds you of a certain passage you might have read in a riddle last season. Remember that riddle we're supposed to tell?
The prophecy.
Yeah.
I think it's pinned. We could probably read it real quick. Yeah, here we go. Library prophecy. The stars be unseen through the brilliance of night. The enemy stirs in a maelstrom of light. The sky rent asunder as the legions amass. The eye of the ages in ritual must pass. The sword and the shield bear witness and end. The key be the lock to which Ravnica rend. Alloys combine, sublime and step through, lest Lazartep rest on the brow of the rule.
All right. So the whole first passage was about the skies of Ravnica now, as they are overcast and appear to be on fire behind them. Angels fly in a constant maelstrom against demons over the city, specifically over the 10th district, where the Parhelion wages war eternal. On the ground, the Eternals march in groups of 8 to 10 down the streets. We'll call them glaives for this instance, be their weapon of choice. We don't go with spears this time.
That like glaives or like sky rainbow glaives?
What?
Glaives are
What is these?
They don't have them here. They just have spears here.
What is a glaive? That is just big spear, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and so they march down the streets and they sniff out dissenters and pay attention to, the angels that crouch atop the buildings, their black wings hanging down, their elongated limbs, forearms and forelegs stretching out, bony spurs growing from their elbows and knees as they listen to the minds of those below, looking for mental voices of dissent among the crowd. Much of the population who has sprouted any form of resistance so far has been slaughtered in the streets.
Oh, well, sounds like a good time to have a ring that keeps people from reading your mind. Speaking of rings that keep people from reading...
more of those?
Speaking of rings that keep people from reading your mind, DM, if I were to just concentrate real hard on said ring that is currently invisible, do I get anything from it?
Roll me a d20.
Oh.
Okie dokie. 16.
Signs point to no.
It's a magic 8. It's just a big magic 8 ball on a...
Try
Just a
again
mood
tomorrow.
ring.
So signs point to no as in you don't get anything, not signs point to no like
Yeah,
the ring's like, this isn't gonna work.
Reference, but yeah, so check again tomorrow.
Okay.
Ask again later.
Nice.
Ask again later. Oh, I will.
All right, so it seems like the best way, or the only way, I guess, into this whole desert place is gonna be through. Was it? You said there was like the portal in the chasm, right, Corey? That's like sort of established, or
Well,
sorry, I
Hallow
switched
knows.
from. Oh, that was just
Yeah.
Hallow. Okay.
Yeah, because it's where it Yeah.
Yes,
I know.
Hallow
I mean, if it was like a big
knows-
gaping portal, I wasn't sure if it was common knowledge. There's a thing
yes,
there.
yes. It is common knowledge as to where the portal is,
Okay.
but it is somewhere deep underground. It's not
Gotcha.
like right there at the surface. You know that these legions have poured from beneath the surface, and quite honestly, until hearing from Hallow, you weren't entirely certain that they weren't like some sort of Azoria Simic, like terrible conspiracy to destroy everything.
That would be weird.
I mean, blue, black, green combinations.
So far-fetched.
Wait, I mean, that sounds like even one plot.
And
All right, well.
underground.
Well, I know where the portal is, so I can get us there. It's just once we're through, I don't know the way.
Meadow and I can do that.
Wonderful.
Yes,
We will show you.
All right.
Well, there you go.
And we will go and retrieve them and come back.
And then we retrieve them and we go back to our normal lives. Everything is okay. Is that the plan?
Well, as normal as
Maybe
life
2
is here,
steps
yes,
after
but...
that.
Well, that's for you and Malachar to worry about, Dr. Ilvar.
Dr. Wildeburn, please.
That sounds odd to me. I think Malachar will be fine.
Incrimination
any
by
idea-
association.
So we know that these prisoners got those nifty necklaces you were talking about, friend. What other kind of defenses are like in this whole this prison setup? Are we talking like cells? What kind of situation are we walking into here? What are we busting them out of? Do you have any idea what the prison is like?
I was there. Yes. I busted out. Yes. Totally
Oh,
can be
so
done.
we could do it
Oh,
again. All right.
But I'm exceptional, so
Should've
that
led
doesn't
with
really
that.
count. Here's the thing. I'm fairly certain. Correct me if I'm wrong, Corey, on this, but it's sort of just like an open volcano. There's not
It
like a
really
cell
is.
situation. Okay,
No
yeah.
cells
So
there.
yeah, it's basically wherever you can stand in an open volcano is what the cell is. So you sort of there are groups that have collected on certain places and take over those places, and I think that's the closest thing they have to a defense, despite except for the whole it's in a volcano thing. So not really something that you storm very often, and not something that's exceptionally easy to get out of, considering the angels and the demons and the desert.
Well, just speaking from experience, if we are able to disarm whatever it is is holding their magic in, we have killed an angel before and a dragon, but the angel seems most pertinent to this particular discussion.
Plural, yes.
Well, I mean, if you
But yes.
can kill one, you can kill more. Right?
I will continue to let you leave that, yes.
So I mean, it seems like the real name of the game is getting in there, getting those collars off, and seems like these folks can pretty much kind of fend for themselves, right?
Yes,
They're
that would
highly
be the
capable.
ideal. We should
All
really unleash as many of the prisoners as possible so that we can have a distraction when all hell breaks loose, and so we can all go. And try and sneak out.
These necklaces, you said they like block magic and stuff. It's just for the people wearing it, right? Like anybody who's just near them is still gonna be able to do their thing. I mean, that's not really like my jam or whatever, but some of y'all look spelly.
It shouldn't be an issue unless you maybe put your neck up against their neck. That might cause a problem, but beyond that, so just don't do that. You should be able to use magic. I don't think you can use... I'm not sure if you can use magic on the necklaces.
How'd you get yours off?
Because I'm exceptional.
Yeah,
Well,
alright,
you
but
keep
like,
saying
did you
that,
use
but-
music? Did you, like, force it off? Like, come on, buddy. Help us out here. Help me help you.
I'm very good at traps and disarming things.
Oh, well,
I'm not making a big deal out of it, but I am very, very good at that.
Well,
Yes.
you keep calling yourself exceptional, which I do believe is making a big deal about it. I don't want to make a big deal about that, but...
I don't know why we're making a big deal about me making a big deal about me being exceptional, because I am exceptional.
At least he's calling himself exceptional and not illustrious, so it's fine.
Alright, I mean... We seem to have deviated from the path somewhat.
I'm going to invoke a little magic to make this all easier, if that's fine with everyone.
What are you talking about?
Certainly depends on what it is you're intending to do.
Something that would make it easier to communicate covertly.
Oh,
That sounds fun.
Alright.
interesting.
Going to he takes his hands out from folded behind his back and begins weaving a magic spell for a few minutes. You know how it is with rituals.
Yeah.
As
Wizards.
the ritual casting
We're all like
happens.
waiting. They're like, oh, alright.
Casting
Uh,
montage.
Like,
Come on, Bart. Break it
It's like,
out.
do you want me to? It's like, do you want me to go get some bacon? It's like,
When you're up
Druid
there looking
crafting
for
flowers around
bacon and brew, there is actually infernal eclairs on the menu, and
oh,
it does not
I'll get-
specify a calorie count. There is a death toll associated with it.
they are sinful.
Symptom or cause, though.
Yeah, I'll go get everybody some food while he's casting.
Zarina will start sketching some things on a paper, and suddenly, like a few minutes later, just go, okay, so desert and demons and a volcano and fire and prison and magical colors. All right, I've got the plot for my next play, so we can go. I'm a bit of a method actor, so we can go and find out how things are there. And then, sure, whatever, we free the people, but then I come back, I make my play, I get promoted. Huh?
It sounds like a very valid plan, Zarina. I
Flawless
applaud your
plan.
I applaud your gumption.
Very
Hello.
wonderful.
You're out fetching food. Please do roll for me a perception check.
Ooh.
Wait, me? Oh God! Oh, oh God! Where'd my character go? Here she is. All right, perception. I am historically not great at that. So
That means you're amazing at it in my book.
well, fair, I guess. Why is this? Why have I forgotten how to do
Popping
this?
popcorn
There we go.
in my house, and I want it.
That's a 3. Historically
No.
great at perception.
With a wisdom modifier of...
That's the total.
0.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a
Hey,
Total 3.
clerics have a lot of wisdom. You have to ask them their modifiers.
Yep.
I think that ship has sailed, Corey.
But I'm a warlock now.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. Not even real much chill anymore. Yeah, okay, so you didn't even notice that there was, in fact, infernal eclairs on the menu.
Oh,
Aww.
I'm sad.
This is the
Okay, they
This
got
is
him
the
on
darkest
standby.
time. This is the darkest
reality.
time.
They're trying
I
to
disagree. This is the lightest timeline.
Okay, so you come back with a good, healthy heaping dose of Ravnica bacon brew and some nifty little petit fours.
They taste like despair.
Like any Rakdos club does.
Of course. Well, these ones taste like fear. Those ones taste like despair.
Okay. So it sounds like you have a reasonable plot. So tell me, how do you plan to get there?
Well, I mean, Hallow, it sounds like you're pretty familiar with where this portal is supposed to be, yeah?
Yes. There's a little matter of getting around the outside patrols and things, but I feel like once we get underground, it should be quite fine. So we just have to make it to... Crap. Now I can't remember where we went. Oh, do we have to go to the prison? Is this in the prison?
It was in the prison, but they have since tunneled up to District 6 through the Deadbridge Chasm, wherein you were not in Season 1. And so you weren't part of it. Okay, so there is a huge gaping maw from the District 6, which is the Smelters District, and it's mostly Goblin and Orzhov area. Your character would know a lot about District 6, as that is where your church was. In fact, there was a view of Deadbridge Chasm from Dardariel's ministry. So you would definitely know the difference in the landscape.
And where are we now? What district are we in now?
Currently in District 5 at the Notorious Nightclub.
Okay. Well, we just need to go to District 6. It's down in the chasm, and we can... Well, it was in a prison, and now it's kind of... They've expanded a bit.
Okay.
It'll
And
be
right
fine.
at that time, Dr. Ilvar finishes his ritual and feels quite famished in the plate full of bacon in front of him.
I
I
invoke
got food
Rary's
while you-
Delightful. I invoke Rary's telepathic bond, which allows us all to communicate telepathically across the entire plane for the next hour.
Ooh.
I
Oh,
think that's
useful.
Ravnica.
That's
Yeah.
convenient.
Although your ring of mind shielding blocks telepathic communication if you don't want it, so Hallow can just kind of turn it off for herself.
Yeah.
She put it on snooze.
Don't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
listen.
No, I cannot. No, I'll let you through the fire. You can come through the firewall.
Biggest mistake.
No notifications, please.
I can just, like,
And now
if somebody's
I will-
talking to me in my head and I don't like it, I can just be like, no, we're done.
And now I'm going to pull out a small little pocket-sized fork and knife and take one of the pieces of bacon and cut it into about 6 pieces and begin methodically.
You know you can just eat with your hands, right?
I like pointedly grab some and just It's delicious.
I burn
Oh,
a
yes,
little
it was
bit
just-
more because I like mine charred.
Oh, that is the best way to have it. I
It is
agree.
delicious when you make it a little bit darker.
Would you mind doing a couple pieces for me?
Oh,
All
that
right.
one might be a little too much.
Oh no,
Start
I like it when
stealing
it's
some from
splinters.
Medu.
Well, it sounds like
After
we're going to
I'm-
want to make sure we at least have some water and stuff for this journey, right? Going to a desert.
I would say so, and perhaps I don't know how adept anyone else is at Zarina. I know that you're quite good at disguises. I'm fairly adept myself. Perhaps just a way to move covertly as we make our way through the streets. I don't know if anybody else has any type of measures for disguising or
I need a little bit of time, but I'm pretty okay.
I can make at least 2 of us invisible, if that helps.
I could do
Marina,
a few.
That may help.
please roll a perception check with advantage for me.
Me?
Please,
Ooh.
please redeem my 3.
Please fix things.
Yeah, like learn from my mistakes.
Perception.
Fix our plot momentum.
Great.
Yeah, I don't like the sound
We
of
could just
any
sit
of
here and
that.
eat bacon all day. That works,
Oh
too.
no!
No.
Wow.
Neighbors.
Nope.
So,
So
wow.
really listening to the music and tapping your foot along.
That's about right. Well, I think that might be wrong, though, because it shouldn't be 0. Because of Jack of all trades. So,
Yeah,
It
it
should
should
be
get a
happy
+2.
Wednesday.
yeah, it should be +2 plus my Stone of Good Luck, so +3, 8. Still, not good
No,
enough.
real bad.
My passive perception is 14.
Mine's 18.
Mine is
know if any
14
of that
as well,
matters.
if that
I wanted to
matters.
give it to the bard first because there's a misstep in the music and the beat goes off for just a few moments. It's like 3 or 4 beats just seem out of rhythm. And you don't hear that often in a Rakdos club. The rhythm is the pulse of the club. So it's really kind of sad that the bard was tapping his foot along or tapping her foot along with it and just didn't notice.
Nope.
She's writing her next play in her head.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
very important.
I'm an actress and a juggler. I'm not a musician.
So,
And now we know why.
is, insofar as entering the portal, is there anything keeping us from jumping down and slowly descending into it?
Not
Besides the
as
Eternals, of course.
not as far as I know. I don't believe there are any guards or anything posted there. At least not on Ravnica's behalf. Nobody wants to go there. Some people don't really believe it's there, so that helps.
There will absolutely be guards on the other side, though.
Excellent.
Probably more
100%.
Eternals. Yes.
Excellent.
I finish eating with my little pocket knife and fork, and I cast Prestidigitation to clean them off, and I put them back in my pocket.
Nice. Okay,
And
so
I can turn myself into a small animal to sneak by things. It's not much for me.
Convenient,
Goodbye.
though.
So the
I
two
can-
of you are from Amonkhet, right? And points at Alson and
Yes.
Medu.
Yes, that's
So-
correct.
Would it make sense if, for example, some of the Eternals were bringing some prisoners back to Amonkhet? We could play it off like that? Maybe put up a
No.
show? No?
No, they just kill. Yeah, dissenters are pretty much just killed in the streets.
Oh,
Oh, that
then
sounds.
Well,
There's-
they
there's-
are in
I
Well,
don't
then
think
why
there's
do they
much
have a
violence.
person at all?
exactly. Why are these people?
The dissenters are entombed upon death. Perhaps we could hide some of our miscreants in a coffin. Feels very
Dungeon
Rakdos,
Master,
doesn't it?
would they
I
bring?
love it.
As far as I know, when you die in the desert, it's just like an automatic thing. That you get turned into a mummy. Is that correct? Or is
It
there
is,
like a process?
It is a process. It's where your corpse becomes completely extinguished of all liquids. You are mummified by the sands. Then you will rise again. So you have
Yeah,
until the
okay.
corpse is completely desiccated.
But dissenters are actually dealt with differently, and how they're punished is they're killed and entombed. Well, they're not killed; they're wounded and entombed alive. That's what they do
okay,
to
I
them
see.
as punishment. Yeah, that's different than just the curse in general.
Yeah. All right.
There's 3 layers of true punishment that come from the other land. So yeah, there's 3 levels of offense. One of them lands you in Ifnir, one of them lands you dropped into the desert, and one of them lands you guaranteed to die by locking you into a sarcophagus.
So would there be such a concept, would they come over and get a high-profile dissenter and take them back, or would they just murder
this is
them
really
here?
Territory uncharted for you. That you're not really familiar with how
I've
they
never
were
heard of that.
the invasion of another plane. So, and there's not really any other cities besides Noctimoon. So you're not really sure how an invading force of the afterlife would deal with any potential external threat. This is a very unique situation.
Okay, yeah, it's possible. I've never heard of it happening, them bringing anyone back, but we've never invaded before, so...
Maybe we should divine the answer.
Yes, I'll get some tea and you can look at the leaves.
Cute.
Can you do that?
Yes, it would be quite cute, yeah. I think he can.
I could contact an entity of power from another plane to answer questions.
Okay.
There must be some out there that could answer this.
I mean, if you think it's worth it. I mean, I know I can disguise myself as one of these creatures, and then maybe Hallow can do the same. I don't know.
Yes, I can disguise myself as anything, really.
Yes, between making some of us invisible and some of us disguised, I'm fairly certain we could just sort of walk through unaccosted.
That's possible.
Maybe.
Maybe?
It's possible. I mean, how many of you can maybe take one of these on in case this goes bad?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty good at fighting, if it comes down to it.
Are you good at
I
running
have to.
really fast?
I mean,
Yes.
I don't
No,
need to, but I am.
I could. No, but I could fly if I had to.
So maybe I need to explain exactly what the Eternals are. They are the best of the best of the best of our people.
They're the people who have earned 5 cartouche. They have survived all of the trials, well, the exception being the last, and have proven
you're supposed to
themselves
die.
eternally glorious.
Oh.
They fight for this as their afterlife, as opposed to being a nameless mummy in the desert.
So maybe we don't fight and we do the invisible and do this guys thing and maybe run.
That's a very good idea.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
that
think
seems
so.
like it'll be the easiest way, at least. And then, once we get these other folks out of their prison or whatever, they'll, I don't know, be able to fend for themselves, I guess?
I guess.
They certainly can.
Because, I mean,
Okay.
we're going to have to get back through the desert, right? To get, back out through this freaking portal.
Mm-hmm.
So objective number 1 is to get people out of the prison, but also stop the invasion. Objective number 2, and I'm not certain how we do that.
Well, first things first.
You wing it.
Cause an uprising within Amonkhet.
Sure.
I mean, if they saw what the worlds were like outside of Amonkhet, they may may have more dissenters, but I'm not sure it would be strong enough. Maybe
You'll never have more dissenters than the number you have on Ravnica.
okay. I mean, Zarina, you could maybe show them a show of thinking outside of the box. We could put on I don't know. I don't know how you do this. I don't know how you start a rebellion.
Yes. Does any of you have any training in performing?
What do you
mean-
think?
Okay. So maybe no, we need a new plan. But good try.
We can always just figure it out. First things first, get to the prison, get them free, and then maybe one of them will have an idea. They've had plenty of time to think.
This is
That's
true.
the spirit.
Plenty
Yes,
of
let's
time
go.
to think.
Rebellion saving the plane, that's really not my department. I'm internal affairs. I'm here to bring Dr. Wilderburn to justice. What happens after is none of my concern.
Okay.
Well, what if... Huh? What if we need him?
You'll have to take it up with my boss.
Do you have their card?
I have their symbol, and I point to the Azet symbol, which is a dragon. It is Niv Mizzet.
All right.
Bureaucrats.
Yeah. Let's not
Yes,
mess with
never
the
been-
dragon.
Not really my speed either. But takes all types. Which is why we're all here. And
Well, I mean,
What did
as far
Wildeburg do? Why are you after? Does he owe you money? Is that what
he
you're
hasn't
doing?
done anything wrong.
As you ask that question, there's a sharp rap at the door.
Yes!
Hello? Yes?
You are cornered in the chambers. Please exit. Disarm. We have
Who
heard
are you?
word of insurrection.
No, certainly not in here. We're just having some dinner.
Exit quietly and leave your weapons at the table.
Well,
Rosalind's like taking it out and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna disarm somebody.
Cute.
Zarina just conjures a sleeve of fire in her right arm and waits. Who's there? Identify yourself.
Eternal guard of the skies, the earth, and the beyond. Out. Exit.
it
No, don't
seems-
do that.
Seems unsafe.
One moment. Corey.
Well, you're in the House of
Yeah.
Rakdos now, friends.
Corey, we are in the basement, correct? In a room that is on the edge of the basement, right?
Yes.
I would like to go to the far wall, away from the door, touch it, and cast Pass Wall to put a passageway from our room to the street.
Because
what are walls?
But you have
Yeah, so I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it upwards, like a ramp.
upwards. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes. So
ramps
you
up.
form a stairwell into your pass wall. As you do
Shall
so, it opens up onto the street, and a passerby accidentally steps in and shouts in dismay as they almost fall down the stairs. And
Let's be quick about this.
Yes, go. I'll go last.
Can I cast?
Just-
So this is a visible doorway, right? If they open the door, they're
Yeah,
gonna see it.
I I made a hole. Now that being said, I can snap my fingers and end it once we're through.
Okay. Well, as we're going through, I'd like to cast Silent Image and just make it look like there's nothing there. So
Oh, that's spice.
just so that we have a minute to get out of here at least.
okay.
Well,
All right, so you
that's
make your
nifty.
way- all of you make your way up to the street. I will assume that your conversation was telepathic via Dr. Ilvar's spell, and that nobody actually reacted out loud to the pounding on the door. As you're making your way up the stairs, you look back and you can see that they are turning the door and slamming into it, but the seal along the door's edge is holding strong.
Oh, short.
And you realize now you're welded into the room.
It's fine.
Okay.
So you make your
I'm
way
sure.
out to the street. The night is relatively quiet. The street's nearly abandoned. But if you know Ravnica in this state, you do know the patrols will be back soon.
So-
I think I'm gonna pull up my hood and cast Disguise Self on myself and just look like a normal, like, start of the video game, adjust no sliders. Just like your standard person. And then pull my hood back down.
Human.
Generic human. And then pull my hood back down. And I'm
Alright,
gonna cover up my Rakdos symbol.
Does anybody have a good place we could come reconvene privately?
Well, I mean, are we looking to reconvene or are we just heading out now?
I think it's go
That's
time.
reasonable.
Let's go.
It seems
We
like
can
our
just
hand
walk.
has been forced, so perhaps
Alright,
if we
I'll
just
look
don't travel as a group, perhaps if we just kind of...
Try and stealthy it up. Zarina, did you say you could turn some of us invisible? We didn't have time for me to do my thing before we left, so
Yeah.
I can't disguise myself instantly like y'all fancy folks.
Can make 2 of you invisible, if that's what you want.
I mean, if we're trying to sneak in. I mean, I'm pretty sneaky. I could just give that a crack, but I mean...
Well, we wouldn't want to risk anything. If we have the ability to move completely undetected, then that's probably best.
Medu.
Yes.
Yes. I know some of you more primal magic practitioners can dampen down the passage of individuals, make them leave no trace. Might that be a talent of
yes.
yours?
I can do this, but there is problem. Today, when I woke up, I prepared daylight instead of pass without trace, so I don't have it.
Alright, so we're
I
gonna
can-
move as quiet as we can, I think is the plan, yeah?
That's
I
kind
I
of
mean,
imagine,
they're
magic,
not gonna be
however-
fooled by that fake wall for too long. I mean, they're
Yes,
pretty
we need to-
stupid, but...
We need to move.
Well, it's a real wall now, as I end the spell and it just... whoop.
Oh, and it's...
Just as a note, I can, however, make 3 of you. Actually, I could probably do 4. Graceful like a cat. You are better at, well, being stealthy. You do it a little bit better.
Okay.
Alright.
Who's
I
not
mean,
good at it?
anything... I'm pretty graceful, I like to think, at least. But if we're trying to be as stealthy as we can, I'll take anything y'all want to give.
It
I'm good.
might be useful to walk and talk.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Because we don't even need to be next to each other.
We're a little obvious right now.
I'll do it to the U4 then.
And then just Meta will, using a 5th level spell slot, cast Enhance Ability on Hallow. that one, and that one. Zarina, Hallow,
Rosalind.
Dr. Ilvar, and Rosalind.
Rosalind.
Okay.
You can call me
Cat's
Roz,
Grace,
though.
which gives them advantage on dexterity checks.
Advantage. Oh, slick.
I will also
awesome.
snap. Zarina will snap her fingers and change her appearance to be exactly the same as Hallow, but with a bit more pizzazz. Not the generic, the generic plus
so-
1.
If
Just
what I'm hearing
generic,
is...
About the special, features pack.
Yes.
What I'm hearing is that Hollow's sexy battle wizard has a 2 in sexy, and Nunu's sexy battle wizard has a 3 in
Is a
sexy.
3 in sexy.
Absolutely, yes.
I have a 3 in wizard.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
And then
Alright,
also
so I
immediately
imagine we're
after
all kind of
casting that-
Oh,
trickling off and talking while we walk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Telepathically.
telepathically.
I
In
will
our
note
brains.
Meta will shrink down from full size slowly until he is the size of a little Siamese cat. Oh.
Aw.
Cute.
And he walks by next to the group.
Could I jump ahead a little bit and try and do some scouting to make sure, just since we can talk telepathically, what's the range of the whole plane? So
Yeah.
yeah, I could just walk ahead by a block or so. I'm super stealthy, so
So
it's what I do.
roll me a stealth check.
Before you go, I would, in that case, if you want to scout ahead, I would cast Enhance Ability on you, advantage on dexterity checks as well.
Okay, well, I rolled a nat 20 on the one roll, so...
Well, there we go.
Get
yeah.
it!
It's,
Well, there it
it's
is.
a 32. It's wow. And I'm sorry, I don't have Fantasy Ground set up. It just wouldn't do it with my computer. I'll have it next time. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
think
but
Dab on
yeah,
those
so that's
eternals.
yeah.
I've got
32
you.
grand total.
Okay.
So, to be clear, you're like scouting ahead, trying to make sure we don't run into a patrol.
Essentially, yeah. I'm trying to stay a block or maybe even two ahead, so that if there is something we can't avoid, I'm able to tell you to take a different route. I may not know the city, but I have a pretty decent idea where we're headed, right?
You've been in the town for about 2 weeks, and you do have a general idea. You haven't ventured too far away, actually, from that quarter. So it's maybe a half-hour walk at most. I will say, while you're doing that, though, hey, to the audience out there, we are at 18 retweets. We hit 20, and Tabletop Loot is going to do a dice giveaway. So please do give us a few more retweets and get the word out there. And should we hit 30, we'll maybe do another one. Yay! So even if you've, even if we hit 20, keep retweeting. We want to get the noise out there, get some people in here, and that way more people in chat, the more talkative everybody is, and the more interaction everybody gets. So, okay, so you have a 32 stealth check, which is amazing. In fact, so amazing that you are aware of things that are possibly even trying to spy on you from hiding in their amateurish attempt. I mean, it's not really like they were trying to hide, but that gargoyle up there sitting on that conspicuous overhang, that does not look like the architecture of Ravnica. That looks like the architecture of Amonkhet. That, in fact, is an angel listening to those on the streets below.
Okay. Yeah, so I would tell them to maybe take the next block, like go over a street. Just as a precaution, it would be fine. So, like telepathically, there's things on this road you don't want to be near. I know you said you could fight an angel, but let's maybe not fight them in the street. So, next street over, please. Thank you.
I would suggest everyone to think about their next tabletop role-playing character instead of our illicit plans.
Our what?
I want to note, DM, while we're moving along, Medu is actually, as the cat, 10 feet behind the group, watching for anything behind us. Just in case.
Amonkhet bros keeping us safe.
We've done this. We know what's up.
14 passive perception. You got this, buddy.
Well, 18 passive perception.
Oh, you got the 18 passive. Okay.
He's the
Nice.
Does the cat have like keen senses or something?
Yeah, for smell. But I
so
actually
if it's
already have
smell.
advantage on all perception checks anyway, so.
But do
Okay, nice.
angels smell?
Spoilers.
Well, that adds 5.
Cotton candy and unicorns.
That's why I'm 18.
Unless, of course, they're from Ravnica, and then it's fire and brimstone. And if it's from Amonkhet, it's a little bit like a corpse flower.
Oof.
Sickeningly sweet.
Yeah.
Kind of
I don't
bad
like it.
penny taste in your mouth.
Mm.
Okay.
Actually, smelly gargoyle.
With that advantage, it would actually bring my passive as a cat up to 22.
There we go.
Dear God.
Ooh.
For smelling.
I and my 10 passive perception salute you.
Well,
For those
9
about
here.
to perceive, we salute you.
Yeah, just want to keep that cat on your shoulder. Okay, so you make your way through town. There are several instances where there are winged figures staring down into the streets. They carry a double-winged scepter, and they look. As they're peering around, you see on one of the next streets over some sort of ragtag-looking peasantry dart just a goblin family from one alley to another, and one of these gargoyle statue angels sort of stands up, points his staff down in their direction, and suddenly a band of Eternals goes charging after them. You see in the shadows in the alley the hacking and slashing of many peasants, and there are several flashes as what looks like possibly lightning, and then all is silent.
We need to move quickly.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be for the best.
Remember what I said about not taking prisoners? Yeah, so.
Well. Yeah. All right.
Don't get caught.
Let's
After about 25 minutes of darting from alley to alley like this goblin family, that, well, maybe they can come back later. You come to the edge of Deadbridge Chasm. You stare out into a void. It's impossibly deep. And milling about the bottom, you see warped figures. They were once the Crawl. They have been changed to some form of brass or gold machinery. There are large sleds dragging earth from, dragging Ravnica from the ground. And you can see along the path a clear, winding, boulder-strewn road, heavily patrolled by more Eternals.
Well, this
I'll
isn't
look to-
how I left it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this the only way in? Is this how you got in last time, or whatever?
No, last time we got in through a Demir prison. But I don't think that's really a viable option.
I think we should either move very quickly or very stealthily.
I vote for both.
Yeah, why not both?
Yes,
Well, my concept was to either cast Fly on everybody or cast Invisibility on everybody. And we can't really feasibly do both, I don't believe. So that would be why not, to answer your question.
Alright, well that makes sense and it sounds reasonable. But I mean, we could do both and not, that combination.
Maybe not flying. Remember, angels flying. Just because we can get around these on the ground doesn't mean that we won't be spotted by them.
Well.
Robert, you're a treasure.
Well said.
Kitty Medu.
Of course, in your head.
I scratch his ears. I'm gonna scoop him up and put him on my shoulder. Be like, just stay close.
That's a hard no. Sorry.
We could all gather invisibility and then feather fall down. That does not require you to see the falling individuals.
That seems like it would be pretty quick.
That definitely seems like a good plan. We need to get to the bottom as quickly as possible. But invisibility seems most important.
Who else can make people invisible? Is it only me?
I believe the doctor can as well.
Ah, okay. How many can you do, Doctor?
I could do, a few. Erasing that wall from our path, it did claim some of my peak power for the day.
Okay.
I would like to help more, but literally I can do 2. That's it.
Plus 2 including you, or you and one
No,
other
just 2, darling.
person. Oh, well.
Interesting.
Well, if we're
I
gonna do
can
something, we should do it quick.
I can do
Yes.
3.
Well,
Well,
That is a
maybe our
problem.
kitty friend can go down. I mean, no one's really gonna suspect
yes.
a cat, right?
Or
One of us can
you
hold...
turn it? Medu, can you be a bird? Maybe.
Or if I hold Medu as a cat and you cast invisibility, will we both be invisible?
Don't believe so.
What if I put him in my backpack?
I think it goes by creature, right?
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, the
too.
problem is a creature.
Yeah.
Well, nobody's going to really pay any mind to a cat.
It's probably
Hopefully.
the best bet for going unquestioned,
Or
at least.
Can you be a bird, or maybe like a spider? Could you be a spider and just crawl down the wall?
Or ride on somebody and no one will even notice if you're small enough.
DM, have I seen
Just
a spider
jump, you'll land
before?
on your feet. It'll be fine.
Would I have ever seen a spider? No? Okay.
Desert
No.
spider.
Oh, well, that's really easy because my familiars are spiders, so I'll conjure that.
Like,
I mean, more technically, it's a large ant that uses the spider stat block, but it's a spider.
An ant! Oh my freaking god, I love it.
wow.
That's so perfect.
So wait, Medu has never seen a spider before and just got introduced to the concept of a spider, which must be the most terrifying thing in the world.
spiders
Yeah,
aren't
by
that
me
scary.
conjuring it into my hand.
Spiders
He's
aren't scary.
seen scorpions.
Spiders are the
true.
worst.
Scorpions are way scarier than scorpions.
So they're just like, oh, it's like a, not as dangerous scorpion. Got it.
Take a look. Whoop. Delightful.
Meru will just grow back into, jump off of Hallow, and then grow back inside.
Okay, so are we diving down here, or are we trying to go back to the prison entrance, or are we? What's the
I
plan?
think we're jumping.
I think
I'm
we're just
gonna
going
invoke
right down and
invisibility. Yeah, I think I'm going to invoke invisibility on myself, Sura, and Hallow because those are the ones I can tolerate. The Rakdos can deal with themselves that direction, and Mr. Wildshape can wildshape, and then we all jump, and I feather fall everybody, and we just glide down invisibly.
I reluctantly cast invisibility on myself and Rosalind.
I like blows Arena a kiss as I disappear.
You. And I touch the ones I can tolerate. Yes, Hallow, that means I can tolerate you.
Well, you flatter me, Doctor.
And then in our heads, 3, 2, 1, jump.
I want to invisible swan dive.
Turn into spider while falling.
The camera pan follows nothing as it floats down very impossibly slow to the bottom.
I mean, it's still 10 feet a second. They still fall at a pace that if you don't catch yourself, could hurt you. like I'm talking physics, real world, not game mechanics wise. Like you land wrong going that fast, you could break an ankle.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm doing flips. Just
Yeah,
as fast as I
Yeah,
can.
no one can see, but Rosalind's showing
sick.
off.
Just sick gainers the whole time.
Suddenly understanding this new ability to spin web.
Swan dive.
How do I shot web?
Video is just Spider-Manning from person to person.
All right, so you all land quietly at the bottom, and you look around. There seems to be nobody in the immediate vicinity of you, though the cavern is about 80 feet wide at this point, and you can see that there are bonfires and braziers on each side, and around them, huddled, are several individuals. They don't appear to be eternals.
Do we know what they are? They're not Eternals.
No, I mean they're just Ravnicans.
Okay.
Around the bridge.
Oh, okay.
Let's make haste. It's this way. And I'm not that anybody can see me, but
Think in the direction you're trying to indicate.
Which way?
I will do. Yeah.
Okay. So, where are
Hallow
where
said-
are these Ravnicans?
Hmm?
Where were the Ravnicans?
So to your left and to your right, as you hit the bottom, at the outer edges of this cavern are two braziers, and around them are huddled several Ravnicans, about 35 feet to your left and about 45 feet to your right.
Oh, okay. So not in our way. Okay, fine.
Not in your way.
Yeah. Okay.
To the portal.
Climb up onto the ceiling.
The cavern diminishes into darkness, and not too long before you realize there's no lighting in this freshly hewn passageway.
That's fine.
After about 100 feet or so, it's near pitch black in here.
Who can see?
I can see in magical and non-magical darkness for 120 feet.
I can't see anything.
As if it were daylight.
Nice.
I can see up to 60 feet. Normal dark vision.
30-foot
So
dark
who
vision
is
as a
who?
spider.
Yeah, I'm gonna think that. Like, can everybody see all right, or does anybody need assistance?
I can't see shit.
I'm totally blind here.
Somebody might just feel like a hand whacking them as Rosalind.
I think I'm just gonna. Yeah, if I feel Rosalind like grabbing onto me, I'm just gonna grab her hand. And be like, just stay with me.
All right, this is much easier.
I'm checking thing.
You know, Nat, we're all aware. There's a clever ruse.
Wait, what?
Okay, so
Okay,
you're-
yeah. I can invoke my third eye to give myself dark vision until our next rest.
Look at you, Mr. Wizard. But yeah, I'll grab Rosalind's hand arm if I feel her like hitting me, trying to
You
fight.
probably will.
Yeah.
Everyone probably gets a good whack.
And I'll just be like, just stay close by. Alsan, are you okay?
No, I am totally lost. Dr. Ilvar, where are you? Help me, please. My friend, I need your assistance.
I think loudly. I'm right here.
Piggyback ride.
I sigh mentally, so you know it's not a like breathing thing. It's because I want you to know I'm frustrated with you, and then I will touch you and give you 8 hours of dark vision.
Man,
This is
piggyback
wonderful.
ride would've been so
Everyone
much
is
better.
still not here, though, right? We're
No.
all still invisible.
We're still not
Still
here.
invisible.
Well, we're here.
But now you cannot see us like really well, I bet.
But
so.
now there's just
I
one.
think the vision you gave me is broken, Dr. Ilvar. I think it's broken.
They're
Your
they're
magic is
invisible,
wrong.
so
We only have one path to follow, so just go straight until we get to the portal and then go in it.
All right, let's go. How long does the invisibility last for, by the way?
hour.
1 hour.
Then we better hoof it. Let's go. Boop, 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 as we all like walk on our invisible feet. Those were our feet walking sound. Boop, 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 boop.
Yes, that's the sound that normal people make while they're walking.
That's what people make, yeah. Look, I'm not a Foley artist, all right?
That's the sound I make in my head while I'm walking.
We can't all be Robert.
All right. Okay, so Robert's a spider.
Yep. The rest of us are invisible.
Hello, I am un spider.
Oh, hello!
Oh, hello!
Pleased to meet.
You begin making your way down this passage, and you notice after a short distance the rough-hewn walls become smoother. And then they become very smooth. As in, somebody has been doing significant stonework down here. After another 20-30 minutes of walking, you start noticing ornate carving into the walls and the floors. And after a few more feet, you note that some of it is gilded.
Is this the way it looked when Medu and I came through?
Negative.
Okay.
2 weeks ago.
This is new. This wasn't here before. We've been here for, what, Medu, 2-3 weeks?
You didn't come up this way.
Oh, sorry. That we came up this way.
Industrious creatures.
That's some quick work.
Yes.
What
Fear
could do
is
this?
a great motive. Well, fear is a wonderful motivator.
Sure is.
So is magical undeath, I will wager.
Also that.
It motivates our entire society, yes.
I'm not much
Keep
a
pressing
fan.
on.
Everybody roll a perception check for me.
My favorite.
Ooh.
Woot woot.
Great.
Yeah, okay, that's a number. So 10
Yo.
for Rosalind.
That's better.
A 6, twice as good as my last one.
13.
My perception has not been hot as Rosalind.
I know, I love that you guys always dump stat Liz.
I know, who am I, Suniva? What the heck?
I didn't dump stat this shit. I just rolled a 2.
I'm just rolling like crap. I'm proficient. I just suck.
Ilvar, I think you cursed us with your important 3 there.
Yeah.
I was gonna start off.
That's true. I blame Ilvar.
Rude.
I've foreseen all of this.
See, now, if you would have had a port 19, for instance, things could
3's
be
better.
different.
I want to
would
watch someone
different
walk.
your
I want to
previous
watch someone
performance.
walk down the stairs and be like, "They're gonna eat shit now."
He's gotta be the
Well,
best
let's
people
watch
watcher.
this.
You're a horrible man.
The best
I love
defense is strong offense, right? Okay, so,
Yeah.
well,
Sure.
I will tell you that 13 is good enough. Zarina and Maydu, you both noticed a scratching sound on the ceiling.
Other than me.
Yeah, not you, not you.
Can you hear that?
Peering up
Hear
into
what?
the dark,
Hear what?
you see strange carapace individuals that you saw dragging stone out front.
Crawl.
We need
In
to
the
move.
dimness, they appear a little different, though.
Well, this is not good. Does it seem like they're aware of our presence, or just minding their own business?
They haven't really made any awareness or anything known to you. But
Okay.
as you look, you start to notice that strange scent again. The one from the angels? And
We
as
need to move.
you're watching these crawl on the ceiling, you note that they seem a little bluer than they did last time you saw them.
Sultai.
DM, does Medu know what these are at all?
Medu does not know what the crawl are in any way, but definitely knows what happened to these creatures.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not a big leap for anybody else here, though. You've seen the blue creatures marching up and down the streets.
They got lads attempt.
Apparently, somebody has Lazatept the crawl.
Dang it.
Dang. Okay,
Falls down from the ceiling and is not going to climb there anymore.
I mean, is this pointed out to those of us who don't see this? Because Rosalind has no dark vision and it's just like getting tugged along by Hallow right now.
Is it better to know a spider is there and can't see it, or to see a spider and know you can't do anything about it?
I just feel like I'm covered in bugs. This is the worst.
So, not to alarm everyone, but we might have company up top, and I sense the smell from before as well. So let's just go faster, yes? Please?
Yes. Let's
Okay.
go.
That's a really good idea. Yes. Let's please.
I think that's a good plan. I just sort of like push Hallow like forward.
I'm going.
There's a passageway off to the right, up not too far from you, about 25 feet away. It has a man-sized hatch going off the side of the passage.
Is it the only
Let's go.
visible?
Check it out.
Yeah. Does it keep going in another direction, or does like everything route?
Well, yeah, it's pretty much this is the way to go. There are other passages, but this is the closest one.
Gotcha.
We're going.
I'll assume this is said in head so Medu knows where everyone's going.
I assume all of our talking in character head.
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah, if I say something out loud, I'll let you know.
Yeah, that's what I'll specify.
So everybody, please roll a stealth check for me.
All right, come on, dice.
A lot of us have advantage.
I think everybody except for Medu has advantage right now.
And
that's a great.
Oh yes, that's true.
Natural 20.
There we go.
Pew pew pew.
I will note that advantage will likely run out
Gross,
just
Nunu,
after you
what's
all roll
that?
stealth.
Ew.
I rolled a 4 and then a 5 with advantage, so
sad.
it's still a 17. It's fine.
I rolled a 1 and a 3, so
At least you got a 3.
Out of the 6 of you, 4 passed, so I will say the group succeeds overall. One of you trips, and just as you're about to clatter a stone across the ground, someone else grabs it and catches you, as well as happens for Alpha. It turns out that Medu just happens to be right there as Alphen trips over a small stone and is grabbed from above.
Thank you, brother.
You do make it. You make it into a side passage, and if we could go to the battle map, please.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Battle map.
We're gonna have a fight, y'all.
Battle map. Maybe it's just for reference, okay?
Yeah, we can talk our way out of it.
It's for exploration aid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's a good killer.
Good old crawl.
Loading.
Nothing ever goes wrong on a battle map.
It's been a while since I've hated the crawl. I could get used to that again.
It's just like putting on a cozy sweater.
Oh my god, my map is all weird.
It's just comfortable. My map is non-existent.
Yeah.
I started scrolling before it loaded, and now it's weird, and I don't know what I did.
Oh, there we go.
It takes a minute to load. This is a fairly high resolution map.
Oh, it's so pretty. It is pretty.
It is
Thank
very
you
pretty.
very much. This is Gabriel. Oh, and I'm totally dropping the name right now. I will put it at the end of the stream. But these maps are widely available for purchase up on Fantasy Grounds and on Roll20, and widely available out there on the internet. Fantastic, extremely prolific map designer, and has designed a lot of our Season 1 and Season 2 maps as well. So,
DM, what's the name of the map? Because it didn't open for me.
it is map. Nope, that's not it.
I'll like put some of it in the chat.
DASSE, large map section.
Got it. Thank you.
Dassy.
Got him.
Dassy.
Dassy.
Thank you,
Are in
sir.
the northwest corner of the map at present, where you enter into a tighter confine of a passage. And Hallow, this looks
Hello.
familiar.
Does it?
It does.
Does it look like
It's like a hallway. Where
in a certain?
where you last saw Cyrus, your friends, Solvig.
Yep.
It looks much
Okay.
different now. Very, very different, in fact. It is
Cool.
much more ornate than it once was. The stone is the same. The accompaniment is much changed. You think you hear the marking of empty boots for a moment, but it's nothing.
And if it was, I wouldn't have heard it anyway because my perception's so bad.
Maybe because your perception is so bad, you thought you heard something that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Mm.
I know.
On this.
I know where we are. It's this way.
Are we close?
Are we close?
So
Closer than we
if
were.
you where you think you are, which surely they couldn't have done this much work in a mere 3 months.
No.
If you are, then around the corner and to the south, that should be where the gate is.
It should just be down this hall and then south a ways. And the portal should be at the end of the hallway. I think.
Well, let's go then.
All right, let's get a move on.
Venture with caution.
Is it still like dark? Or is there any kind of light here?
No. As you step out of the main hallway and into this passageway, it is well lit from an ambient source you cannot identify.
Okay.
It just seems to be omnipresent light.
All right. Yes, let's move quickly, quietly. And I'm gonna start walking down the hall.
Let's go.
I'll follow.
I imagine I'm just like holding on to Hallow's like belt or something.
No, you can see now. It's light
There's
in
light.
here.
Oh, it is light in here.
Oh yeah,
Follow
there's
Hallow.
a light. As you make your way to the corner, I'll just move your token across over here just so we can reference where you are.
Yep.
You see down the hall and to the left is what should be Solvig's chamber, if you are where you think you are. And a quick flash before your eyes as you remember Cyrus.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Cyrus. I'm gonna assume he's in Amonkhet.
Who?
Damn.
So he
What are you
traded
talking
a fake prison for an interdimensional real prison.
I didn't see him. He could have escaped. I didn't see him escape. So,
Rogues.
those tricksy rogues. Can't keep track of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna I'm going to telepathically think to Alsan that I'm not really one for stealth. It should be down this hall. I don't know if you wanted to take a look. Otherwise, I'm happy to keep going.
No, absolutely. I'll draw a dagger and just start trying to stealthily move up ahead of the group to see what's going on. See if I can gather any information. Because this doesn't seem right to me either, right? Like, this is all weird.
Oh no, this looks very familiar to you.
I meant like, I know that this shouldn't be here in this regard. Like, this looks a lot like home, right? That's what I'm picking up?
Yep.
Okay. Judging by that, is there any markings or anything on the wall that would that I could read as an indicator of where we are supposed to go? Like anything about the architecture that says, like, usually, in a building like this, it was the thing of importance would be this direction.
Let me look at one thing real quick. That's mounted the wrong computer.
Are we still invisible? Has it been an hour yet, or is that still going?
Not. Give me.
We got a few spells that are on the hour timer.
Yeah, right. Because is enhanceability an hour too, or is that done?
It would have run out by now. Because enhanceability was cast about 45 minutes before you cast invisibility.
Yeah.
And then 25 minutes across town.
Because it was.
I'm sorry, 30 minutes before you cast it, but yeah, and then you, yeah.
Okay. Either way.
So what do you need from me?
A religion check, Alison.
Oh, religion, great. That should be fine. It'll be fine.
Like, it's intelligence based. You're probably good.
I'm
This is not
the
brother who is good at religion.
Yeah, not necessarily. 15.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You know that these carvings in the walls are actually extremely steeped in religion. Everything around your society is steeped in ritual and religion, and this is no different. You are surprised to note the lack of carvings on the walls.
Oh.
There should be some history told here. And as you come further down the tunnel, you note that there are some carvings at the very far end of this tunnel going south. You can't make them out from this distance.
I guess, can I get a little closer and check them out? Still stealthily? I haven't actually made a stealth. Are we invisible? You were invisible still, so.
You're still invisible.
You want me to make a stealth check?
No. You rolled a 32 last I checked, right?
Yeah.
You're still
I wasn't sure if that was still carrying.
Still invisible. Yep. No, I'm not gonna do the excessive rolls thing. It's what your character does. So you make your way down the hallway and you stand before something that should not be here, and a sinking pit enters your stomach, and you see a large symbol representing a bridge from a gate, followed by a myriad of symbols of marching and war. And you see scroll work, and you see in the newest of etchings, you begin seeing the subservience of a new plane.
Oh, good. Oh, great. So I probably gather from this that they're trying to turn this into a new Amonkhet, like just expanding the empire.
That's what you're gathering.
So, yeah, I would relay what I'm seeing to the party. There's this isn't going to end anytime soon at all. There's not going to be any let up. There will be no mercy. They're going to take Ravnica if we don't stop them. So I know priority number one was like the volcano and things, and that's still high priority, but also everyone here is going to be under the thumb of the five gods if we don't do something about this. They don't plan on stopping.
Okay. Well, in that case, we better do something about it, yes?
Yeah. Did I gather whether or not this direction actually held the portal from any of this?
As you look around and over your shoulder, you see a room to the southwest. Let me grab your token here. just so you can see what's going on. You note there is an opening that is larger than the rest, going to the east and west, further to the south, if we can pan the map down there. And a faint purple emanation comes from the chamber to the west.
I think I found it. I think it's down here, but do be careful. There's a light, and there's probably guards. So, but this is definitely the way.
All right. Do we need to be like, I don't know, keep an eye out for like traps or anything like that? Is that something your people are into?
It's possible, but this is quite fresh, so it's unlikely they had the time to set up anything terribly elaborate. They're probably just going to defend it for now.
All right. Well, that's good to know.
Okay.
All
Shall we
right.
make our way quietly?
It's a good
Only
point, though.
thing
Could I try and just as I'm looking around, because I'm going to try and peek through the doorway, see any telltales of like obvious traps that would be obvious to me, but maybe not obvious to people not from Amonkhet.
Any traps?
Anything just like clearly there.
Traps are in your society viewed as something dishonorable and only used on dishonorable. So you would be in committing some sort of crime. So this isn't a place you would expect to find a trap, but please do roll an investigation for me.
Okay. Oh, this I'm actually good at.
Ooh. Get it.
Because I wanted to be good at finding traps.
Always a good thing to be good at.
Yeah, it's 13, so
Well,
yeah, it's fine.
I foresaw it.
Yeah, it was a 3, thank you very much. But
Exactly. I foresaw
curse of the
it.
3, yes.
You didn't
actually-
see it.
As you're looking around, you don't see anything that's trap-like, but in your investigation, you do find, well, it feels like something tickling behind your ear. But when you go to reach up to scratch it, there's nothing. You are familiar with this sensation. It's happened to you precisely once before,
When was that time?
directly
I don't
before an
remember.
angel snatched you up and dragged you off the Ifnir.
Yeah, so I would just immediately shout, "There's an angel here. It's close. Guard your minds." I don't know.
Shouting? Like, did you say this out loud or?
No. Shouting in your heads, like.
All right.
Yeah.
I grab my head.
Luckily,
Yeah, I
I
immediately
Rosalind
start
just
whipping
starts
around.
thinking curse words, like just a steady string of like horrible insults.
Nice.
I start thinking about my subservience to the gods and how I totally am 100% on their side and loved the trials. They were great, especially when my brother tried to kill me. That was amazing. I'm happy about it.
I think
Just spider noise.
So,
It's just under their subtitle says
Amazing.
"Thinks in Spider."
Maybe my next character will be a cleric to the gods of Amonkhet.
Big twist.
That's what Ilvar's thinking. It's like 4 levels of meta.
What's a
Nice.
character? I don't understand.
You've never played a tabletop role playing game? I should show you sometime.
They don't have games where I come
This just
from.
got
Well,
really
they
meta
do,
and
but
weird.
they're usually very brutal and people die.
What a cruel reality.
So you shout this to your friends down the hallway.
No, mentally.
In the head.
Mind shout.
Yes.
Mind shout.
To your friends. What do you do?
Move slowly.
Fast.
Move.
No, move fast.
Move at a moderate pace.
Yes.
Does anyone want a shortcut? I can take one person on a shortcut.
Where are you
Out of
moving to?
curiosity,
I mean, I
Up
think we're
towards-
moving to the
To
door
that-
with the purple
To
glow,
that room.
right?
Yeah.
yeah, to catch up with Ulsan.
Towards Alson, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Also.
so I'll just go ahead and move a bunch of tokens down there just so they're on the screen.
I'm sure it's totally fine.
Yeah.
Nothing untoward going on here.
Why would there be?
Totally
No.
legit.
So as you round the corner, who's going first?
Looks at Rogue.
I think Medu will skitter on the ceiling into the room to kind of see what's going on.
Yeah.
As a
I'm
spider.
probably like near the front, but letting All Sons stay near the front if he's staying near the front.
Yeah.
So as you make your way in, you note on the ceiling, or from the ceiling, there is an angel with weird elongated arms, forearms, and legs perched on one of the pillars in the corner of the room, behind and to the northwest of the glowing portal, which now grows between stable four. It's a solid circle with no longer having torn edges, but well-refined, perfectly rounded, rippling edges. And the angel seems to look back at you directly into your eyes, even though you are invisible.
Oh, he's a spider.
No, he's a spider.
Spider.
You're a spider, but you're not visible?
No.
No.
He's a
I'm the
regular
visible
spider.
one.
Yeah, we
I-
didn't have enough spell slots for everyone to be in.
Spider. So as I
Nunu
see it,
is a spooky multi-class.
Yes, exactly.
as I see the angel, however,
Mr.
a
Multiclass.
slew of like spider clicks that seem like possibly cursing go out to everyone's head.
Does anyone know what that means? It can't be good. It's not good.
I mean,
is
I
it?
think I got a general gist.
I have
We
no
could go a
idea
little
what
bit
this.
to the left.
No clue? Do not speak spider.
You realize that as a spider with telepathic communication, you can actually speak to us, right?
He knows that.
Yeah.
You.
fun.
Okay, just making sure. I was just making
Oh,
sure you
Robert
were
knows.
aware.
This is a fun game he likes to play.
Doesn't
If I
really
could
seem
get,
like the appropriate
Angels
time.
knowing that I am not an animal.
Recording.
Oh, did you say roll
Uh,
initiative?
I did say roll initiative because there was
No.
on reaction.
No.
That's fair.
We just heard clicking noises from the spider.
Yeah, we're gonna let tall ass.
Like, what? All right.
All right, if anybody's curious, you can roll initiative by using your character sheet in roll 20. On Chris, I will put it in for you. Please tell me what
Oh,
your
that's rough.
8.
goal is.
Damn.
Actually, mine will be a 17, not an 18.
Mine's a big ol' 6. Super happy to be here, guys. Things are going.
Man, I didn't
great.
roll great, and I think I still rolled better than most of us.
It's okay. Us at
Yeah,
us at
same.
the back, we get to react to everything. It'll be fine.
And Ilvar gives Zarina a 3 on initiative.
Oh, that is
No.
rough
No.
right there.
That'd be so amazing.
My God.
Oh boy, yes, please.
I'd hate to see what you do to people you like. Do you have it? Is there anybody you like?
I like to keep my private life private.
Yeah, of course.
Solid answer.
You would.
We are friends. We are friends. Yes, we are friends.
No.
The twist is he's got like a big happy family at home.
Yeah.
It's like a super good dad. Like,
Oh yeah,
kids.
just like, yep, bunch of kids, loving spouse, just
Is that true for most conformists?
Plays tabletop role-playing games with them at home.
whatever those are.
Yeah.
Whatever those are.
Couldn't tell you.
Okay, so ahead of you, you spy this Death Pact angel standing over the purple opening, and through it you can see that it is nighttime in Ravnica, or in Amonkhet, on the other side, and the burning of torches and braziers is bright upon the beach sand. And I'm going to take this moment to excitedly break out my level up dice. I picked up a pack, and
Get
for the first time ever, I take it back.
Corey,
I rolled the one once during selection. It rolled me a natural 1. First roll. I knew
That's a
that
good
was
one.
my die. That was my die I did. So the angel initiative is going to be. Oh, it was less the epic this time.
We just need to get through the portal. Engage if you have to, but just get through.
Yeah,
Where in the room is the portal again, Corey?
I think it's between those
it
golden
is-
pillars.
Is that what
Yeah,
it
I
is?
think
That's
so.
what I was thinking. So
'Cause
it's
that's
like
the
all,
angel.
like that whole like sort of
It's-
nexus of like the 4 pillars is.
Yeah, is it between all 4 pillars or just the back 2?
It is between all 4 pillars on the blue
Okay.
dot.
On the
Cool.
blue dot.
Yeah, that's fine. We just gotta run in.
Totally fine. Easy peasy.
Easy.
All right. So that gives him a total of 20 and is going to act first.
Who invited him?
So kill the
Uh,
spider.
The dungeon master, clearly.
You didn't get a +1 to this party.
Kill the spider.
Hey. That, I've got a whole 1 health. I might survive.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, technically it's a large ant, so like maybe it's 2 health. You know, it'll be fine.
he's not a spider, baby. He's my brother.
So,
He's not a
he's
spider.
going to stare directly into all 8 of your eyes, which is a little bit awkward to do. But an angel, if anyone can manage it. I need a charisma saving throw, they do.
Oh, charisma. Oh, I'm amazing. No, I'm not.
Let's go, spider.
Come on, spider.
There we go. Yeah. That's I believe that's a 7.
7. Okay, you are charmed, in fact, paralyzed for 1 minute,
Oof.
or until you take damage.
It's lovely. Yeah.
Well,
Totally fine.
Leaving
Very
him
useful
behind.
ability when you're subjugating insurrections. Yep. However, that is going to use its turn. Next is going to be Maydew. Oh,
Yeah. Do I get to reroll at the end of turns, or am I just stuck for the minute?
1 minute. There's no new saves on that one.
That's rude.
Ouch.
Rude.
It's rough.
You hear more skittering noises And from across the hall, out pops a...
Hello.
Well, it looks like it used to be a crawl. It's, well, it's been mummified. It looks dried, husky, and wrapped in cloth in its soft spots. Not on its sharp parts. That's as far as it can walk. That's the next one. Perfect. And another one emerges into the hallway. And then another one emerges into... No, it does not emerge into the hallway.
Damn.
Zarina. Sorry. Sharina's your sister if you should die. That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, Sharina.
So, what's the scale of the map?
5 foot squares.
Oh, okay. In that case. 10 feet until this guy over here. And as my action, well, my free interaction, I'll draw my scimitar, and as I do, the arm that was covered in flame extends, and another one made of pure flame appears as well. So I'm double wielding scimitars. And Zarina will attack with the flaming scimitar. Let's see if it hits first, if I can. Alright, there we go, actions. Well, first attack is 12.
No, that's a negative.
Okay, second attack is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will definitely hit. Please roll your damage.
Okay. I will spend a blade flourish to do a... Let me check the name of it.
Nice.
But it's the one that pushes things away. It's the... Mobile flourish. So I roll an extra d8 on top of the damage. So it's 11 total damage, and the creature is pushed 10 feet away from me.
Is there a dexterity save on that?
No, it just
or
happens.
Sorry, strength save?
Just happens because I hit it.
Yeah, the check was that he hit it.
Yeah.
Okay. Being
It's
that
a
there is a
college
creature
sword,
directly
right?
behind, please roll an extra d6 of damage as he is incapable of moving into that square.
Okay. Well, 3 extra.
That's a good way to do that. I like that.
Yes. It is, yeah. So they're still engaged with me in that case, correct?
They are.
Okay, in that case, I will not move. I will circle around with the rest of my movement without provoking opportunity attacks, I think, because I'm circling around. And then as my bonus action, I will strike again with my offhand weapon at the other creature.
Okay.
Natural.
Oh.
20.
Nice. That's 20.
There we go.
That'll do it.
That will be
What do you got?
7 points of damage.
All right.
Should have blade flourished on it. Would have doubled it.
I know, yeah. Shame.
Yeah, that would be a great use.
We're learning new characters, everyone.
Yeah.
And
Except
that
Megan.
will be it.
Section of its carapace falls away with one of its legs to an empty husk.
Ooh.
A fine-grained powder falls out.
Nasty.
Gross.
Very gross.
Serena and Rosalind are like,
Rosalind Blade Weaver.
oh, hi. All right. So one of the crawl is that crawl still alive or?
It is still alive.
Oh, it is.
Ish.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it the dust description was like it dissolving or something.
All
right.
Definitely mummified.
All right. Well, I'm gonna move over into these crawl, and I will make my first attack. I've got my one scimitar in one hand. I'll have my whip out in the other. Cause sure, why the hell not? And I will make my first attack with my scimitar. That is a 15 plus 9 for a 24 to hit.
Yes, 24 is definitely gonna hit.
Okay. Oh wait, which one was Zarina hitting? Was it this first one or?
Both of them actually.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's both of them. Okay.
I think the first one took more damage if you're trying to, target down.
Yeah. So I'll focus on that one for damage. And that's going to be 10 slashing, but since it is also still engaged, I get some sneak attack. Which is going to be an extra 6. That was my first attack, so I'll take another one with my whip. Yeah, that was 6 sneak attack damage on top of the 10 from the main attack.
As you stumble by, lashing out with your whip.
Yeah, and then whip attack is with my offhand. Oh, that's a natural 1. But I still get that. Actually, yeah, that was my second attack, so my offhand is next, actually. But it doesn't matter, same difference. So, just do offhand again, then. I'll take another one. I messed up the order, so I was going to do two scimitar and the whip, so I'll do a scimitar
again.
again.
It's okay. You start with the order. Just roll your second
It
attack.
doesn't really matter, right? Like, oh, all right. It's a 28 to hit. Oh, I don't know why it rolled multiple times that time. That was weird. Did it roll my sneak attack for that one and not the first one automatically? That's strange.
That looks like it.
Yeah, so it's really just going to be 9 damage then.
Okay.
It's just going to be the 5 and the plus 4.
16 plus 9. Perfect.
And I think I've still 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'll just use the rest of my movement to move over this way, because I actually have 40 feet of movement.
Ooh.
All right.
Mobile feet.
Nice.
All right, and does that opportunity attack ever broken an
It does
opportunity
not with the
attack?
mobile feet.
Oh, that's what I
Nice.
thought. Learn to play. Perfect. Excellent. So next in the initiative order is going to be Dr. Ilvar.
Dr. Ilvar is going to walk there and around the corner and stand in the space where the spider is.
That would
I'm
definitely...
I am invisible still.
Okay. That is a fair point.
I'm gonna... Yeah, briefly. I'm about to not be invisible anymore.
Okay.
That's all my movement. I'm going to invoke Hold Monster on the Angel, and it's going to roll a 3.
Hold Monster.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
My. It can hold anything that is not an object.
That is nasty.
Anything,
right there.
except things you normally hold.
How long does it hold?
So that makes it fail its first save. It's up to 1 minute save repeating. So it still rolls normally the rest of its saves, but the first round it's got.
All right. So
Nice.
it is held.
Good to know. Good to
And
know.
I'm going to hold the spider and look at it, because the angel's incapacitated, so if that thing was concentration, the spider wouldn't be paralyzed anymore. I don't know if it is. They don't use that mechanic for monsters very often, but I'm going to check.
Just staring at it.
You note that, Madu does not seem to be moving a leg.
Shaking the spider.
That is a question, DM. How high up was I when I got paralyzed and thus should have probably fallen, right? Or would the spider
climb on
stick to
Spiders
the
have
ceiling?
spider climb.
I guess, yeah.
It's definitely a mechanical thing. There's no magic in normal spiders
Yeah, I guess so.
that I know of. Note to self.
That you
In
know
real
of.
life, not D&D. That's my problem.
Gate
I don't
spiders,
know.
Note to self: cast detect magic on my next spider. I see. That is my turn.
Okay, excellent. Next,
Also,
we'll have
nobody's invisible anymore.
Right.
Ah,
Oh, actually, would we have
for the
gotten
grinder.
advantage on our first attacks?
It's a very valid
You
point.
would have.
Well, too late.
Sorry. Yeah, no, that
Doesn't
would have.
Yeah, but
You
you know,
would've
just from the
said that
learn to play standpoint,
Exactly.
we should have.
What does incapacitated do? Does that give advantage on attacks against it, or disadvantage on like trying to do things?
Incapacitated just means they can't take actions
Oh, okay.
or reactions. Technically, if
they're
Robert's
incapacitated
character is
and prone.
technically if Robert's character is only charmed and incapacitated, he can still move, like walk. He just can't take actions or reactions, and is charmed by the monster.
Let me look at the actual wording on the ability.
Often things like that also drop your speed to 0 for that exact reason.
Yeah.
Chains of obligation. The angel targets one creature charmed by it that it can see within 90 feet of it. The target must make a DC 19 charisma saving throw. On a failure, the target is paralyzed for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. He was not
Okay, so
already
he's paralyzed.
charmed.
Did you say
Where?
creature charmed by it?
That's what I'm reading
So
right
that-
now.
That targeting was a little off.
It doesn't matter.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm not actually seeing where it gets the charm mechanic from. Usually from one of its other abilities.
Does it have a charm spell?
Charm person, probably.
It has command as
That
an
doesn't
innate
do it.
spell. Has charm person 3 times a day. That would.
There you go.
I guess that's it, but that's kind of clunky. I guess it's not really meant to be a combat
use
ability.
an entire turn to cast charm, and then to use an entire other turn to use that ability to make them immobile is. Anyways, we don't
And
need to
to
get
be
into a
fair,
big
I was a
debate.
monster at the time, not a person.
It's true, it wasn't humanoid.
We'll say that this is just, it's a little
fine.
flavor. It's flavor. We're
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are charmed. There was a particularly striking angel. It had long
Charmed,
legs.
no?
You were a spider. It happened. Don't judge.
Yeah, that's the same number of limbs as you. Like, oh my god. I'm still beating hard.
Happens to the best of
That
spiders.
got me.
Okay. Next. Next is going to be Hallow. Nope, I'm sorry. Alson.
Yeah, so if we're all visible at this point, yeah, I'm just going to run upon the nearest one of these little guys and just stab it. I'm just gonna stab it with my dagger.
All right.
So
Yeah.
Stab it good.
Very
23.
It was charging up, dives off of the top of the stairs, and just comes down in a slashing motion with your short sword. What are you
Yeah,
attacking
this would be
with?
the short sword at this point. And I think he was more surprised that suddenly he's visible at this point. So he's not being fancy. He's just like, and just runs forward to just directly attack him. He'd love to be fancy, but he wasn't prepared for this. He wasn't ready.
Okay. You can roll a 22 to hit, 23 to hit. That'll definitely hit.
23.
Roll your damage.
Yeah. And so I wanted to get within 5 feet as well of my associates here, so that I could do the sneak attack damage.
You don't have to be 5 feet. They have to be 5 feet, and they are.
Yes.
But we can put still. That'll be better.
Yeah. So that's only 6 on the short sword damage, but then sneak attack. Give me just a second.
All the D6s.
9th level rogue. It keeps going.
22.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
So as you come cleaving down, you're not really sure about the anatomy of this creature when it was alive, but it doesn't really matter when it's wrapped in mummy cloth. You know how to kill a mummy. And
I know mummies.
yeah, you're pretty sure that a jar or an urn or something somewhere just shattered as you just brought this thing out of its safe and eternal rest and rendered it into dust and cloth as it smears across in a falling cascade of dust. You sort of cough a little bit.
Yeah.
As it hits the ground.
It's also worth noting when the invisibility went down, I had been under disguise self like this whole time, but now I am no longer. That had worn off a little bit. It worn off shortly after we had become invisible, so I am a Kenra. I have I don't know how to say this out loud. Albinism. I'm albino, pink eyes, white fur, which is not a thing that happens very often. I'm also covered in dark markings to try and trick the eye, so when you look at me, it's a little bit hard in bright light. I don't look almost like you have to take a double take to make sure that I'm actually there.
Nice.
Yep. Iridescent, a little bit like pearl-like in your appearance.
Yeah.
But sort of neon in almost Snickle Socks sort of way.
Absolutely. the eyes are quite bright pink, let's say. And there's also a tattoo on the right arm that has the same sort of designs as the sort of like dark long marks, but has this outline of pink on it, and it looks it doesn't look nice, let's say. Like it probably reminds people of like sort of demonic influence, but not necessarily inherently evil.
Do you then have another one on your lower back that says lasers and liches?
Yeah, I definitely have like the tramp stamp, man. Like absolutely, and it's got a big dragon come out of it. No, I don't have that. Sorry.
I was there for it.
Now.
I was with it. The lady with the tramp stamp. It's like, TM.
I mean, I'm already like I'm wearing the shirt, so like I feel like maybe that's enough self-promotion.
Never.
Well, we love having you on here.
Ain't no
He's
such
really
thing.
cool. He's really
All right,
cool.
so
Thank you. You're really cool. You're really cool.
I passed it on for you, Nat.
Thank you, Robert. You're really cool too, Robert. You're also just kind of in the way.
Left.
oh,
You're all treasures.
intercepted.
I
your
like
crew.
that when on the battle map, I'm next to Robert and Megan instead of. I'm next to different people, and it's nice. It's variety. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I get to hang out with
It's the
Nunu.
spice of life.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Next is
And
going
Corey.
to be Hallow Rain, bringing us.
Yes,
to the end of our
hello.
turn.
Hello.
Hello. Is one of those things dead?
Dead.
Yeah.
I need to know where I can.
It's dead, undead, and re-deaded.
Yes.
Double plus
They
dead.
did.
I was super hoping I was going to be able to get line of sight on the angel, and that is not going to happen. So I'm going to move
What's
a
your
little bit.
movement?
My movement's
Wanna get
30.
at it
I
while
can
it's
move to
paralyzed?
here.
It was your
Well, that's what
first
I wanted to
round
do.
of combat, and there wasn't really a hard location that I placed you at, so we can say that you can get down into.
Like, I want to be like
Yeah.
here. Can I be here? Can I be here?
That's perfectly fine. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on the angel. I'm going to try to cast Guiding Bolt on the angel. So my fantasy grounds is not set up super well, so I have a +9, so let's see.
And you have advantage because it is paralyzed.
Oh, I do have advantage?
Because
Okay.
it's paralyzed.
Oh,
that was
and
a
are you
6,
maybe
that was
still
bad.
invisible too? Because you haven't
No,
cast
I'm not.
any.
No.
Not. That's
no,
over.
that's bye
That
bye.
dropped,
It's
okay.
13 plus 9, so 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
All right, so that's going to be 8d6.
Yes.
Oh, right, Warlock casting.
So
Right.
good.
Oh.
If
do
only
I
within
make-
5 feet, it'd be a crit, and it'd be 16d6, and it would be beautiful.
How do I make it do 8?
Right click.
Yeah, you
but
right
there's
click
only
it and add it.
It's 2, 3, 4. Do I just like?
It'll keep adding more when you like click again.
When you right click
Uh,
more,
uh,
yeah.
Pick it up, and
Oh,
then
there we
right-click
go.
a bunch.
There we go.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Pew.
29 radiant damage,
Yes.
and
Uh,
the next attack on it has advantage.
I love guiding bolt. It's so good.
You note that as you unleash this holy stream of energy, it actually seems to diminish as it gets closer to the angel, and it starts dissipating. It strikes this angel heavy in the chest, and he begins to fall backwards off of its pillar. But it is nowhere near as effective as this should have been.
Dang.
That was weird.
Angels.
Hashtag angel.
Right.
Hashtag angel.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, radiant power.
I
angel.
thought that because it was like a bad angel, then I was like, you know,
And that just means they get both resistances, because the game
Bad
is
Pretty much.
what is this? Yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
From the other room. Oh, wait, that's going to be the top of the round again, which will be the Death Pact Angel, who is going to make an attempt to break it. What is my saving throw?
Oh, for hold monster, that would be a wisdom save.
Should be wisdom.
Ah, crap. Angels don't have nothing for wisdom.
Angels have every save is good. Don't whine to me.
Yeah.
Angels have everything to everything.
Hey, if the
And
GM wants to
probably
do it,
advantage.
if the players survive, or the characters survive, like, don't call them out. Will an 19 make it?
19 will save, so it loses just the one turn and is no longer paralyzed.
Oh.
Yeah. Damn.
Rude.
I should have just given it my other 3. That would have been great.
It sort of tilts its head at you and regains its position at the top of the pillar and grins.
Great.
That will bring us back to Maydew.
I'm paralyzed. Nothing I can do.
Just chuck him through the portal.
Please take damage.
Yeah, until I take damage.
Yeah, my plan is when it attacks me, I'm just gonna hold you up like a shield.
Well, it's never going to be able to do that if you paralyze it.
I mean, like, we could just all run through the portal now and be fine.
So the Death Priest next to Zarina is going to level an attack. It's going to be a... It's just going to be a plain leg attack with its forelegs, which are sort of like blades, for a 23 to hit.
Yep.
All right. You only take 5 damage, but I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. There is an 18.
That ain't bad.
Okay.
And as it strikes me with its bladed things, I will twist my hand that's holding the flaming sword and cast Hellish Rebuke
Nice.
on it.
Who gave this? Hellish. All right.
Rakdos, baby!
Who balanced this crap?
Warlock.
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
And
what do the troll know about dexterity? Not really. Where's it at? Okay, that would be a 7. So fail.
failed. So 16 fire damage.
Very nice. All right. You can see as the wrap begins to catch fire around it, and half of it sort of begins to burn away. You note that it begins singeing its carapace, and its leg begins burning away. And if there were eyes, it would look at you like have a quizzical look at its face as it falls to ash before you.
Good.
You did it. Take a breath.
All right. Next will be Serena's turn.
Okay. So the angel is atop a pillar, is he not?
Yes.
In that case, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll move towards the portal, not entering it, but staying very, very close.
On the other side, through the rippling of the portal, you cannot see the angel from where you are, but you can see into the darkness on the other side of the portal, and you can see that it is not empty.
It is not empty.
You are standing about 10 feet from an eternal.
Oh.
Okay.
What's your passive? Well, I guess there isn't a passive stealth. And you're not really trying to be quiet here.
Absolutely not, no.
I'm going to go with your notice.
Okay. Do I have visual on the creature, though?
You do. I mean, like, you could literally take a step forward and stab this thing.
Okay. This was my full movement, so I don't think I can take a step forward.
You literally cannot do that.
Yeah. But I will twist the flaming blade and cast Firebolt at the creature.
Mm-hmm.
That will be... no, that's wrong. It's a 11 to hit only.
That is not going to hit.
Yeah.
So a giant ball of flame goes arcing up from the river bank through the city towards the square nearby.
So I
But
guess we're
maybe no
storming Amonkhet now?
That wasn't my plan.
Wasn't mine either, but it now,
I don't think
now
it
it
was
is.
anyone.
Well, we adapt. We adapt and we move on.
Yeah, that's overcome.
Okay.
That's my turn.
So next in the initiative order is going to be Rosalind the Blade Weaver.
All right, awesome. Super cool. Yeah, I don't know. All I really know is because I can't see anything happening in the portal, right? From where I
You
am.
can absolutely see through. It's like a doorway. It's just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. None of this really seems ideal, but I guess I'll start making my way over towards the portal. I'm not gonna run in yet, but I would like to hold my attacks for just anything to get in range. Because I don't think, I don't want to just run into the portal.
Perfect.
Yet.
Are you taking cover behind?
Sure. Yeah, I'll try and just sort of get myself a little cover from one of those pillars.
Okay. Roll a stealth for me. Or you're not hiding. You're holding your action, so you can't use the hide action. Well,
I am holding. Yeah, I can use that as my bonus action if I want to. Yeah, I'll hide. I'll see how it goes.
There's some rogue in you yet.
Not great. That's 10.
No.
I still get 2 attacks for my action, though, so...
In the history of hiding, there has never been a greater hiding space. Or there's been a better person to take advantage of it.
I imagine I look like a kid playing like hide and seek, where like you could totally see their feet like underneath a curtain or something, but it's just like you see like Rosalind's elbows poking out from like around this pillar.
You're making finger guns.
Pew pew.
Yes.
And yeah, I'll hold a 2 scimitar attacks for something to come in range, or a whip attack actually, whichever happens first, because that gets reach.
Excellent. Okay. And next is going to be Dr. Ilvar.
Well, seeing as the spider friend isn't coming to, and Ilvar doesn't know what caused it to get another saving throw. He's gonna take it and put it in his breast pocket. Just. And he's gonna turn to Hallow and say, "Go through the portal. I'll be there in a moment."
I don't like any of that.
Go. And he's gonna walk to there, get sight on the angel, and say, "You are a supreme disappointment." And he's going to invoke Mind Spike at the angel at 4th level.
Yes. I love that spell.
God, wizards are nuts.
Okay, how does Mind Spike work?
It makes a wisdom save, and then I hurt him with psychic brain damage.
I don't think that's gonna work.
And I think could track him even, right?
Yeah, you can track as well, but that's not what I'm doing it for. It's just psychic damage, so it usually works.
It's the headache spell.
That is a 21 to resist.
Alright, so it takes half damage then. Because it's a leveled spell, so it does have the half damage thing. That's pretty good. Oh, that's really good. Why did you have to make that saving throw? It's very disappointing for you.
He has advantage and a plus 10, okay? I mean...
Alright, so after half, he takes 20 psychic damage.
After half, okay.
Oof. Woof.
Nice.
Very nice. I like it.
And when I give it a headache, I'm going to check the spider just one more time.
The grin is immediately wiped from the angel's face as his eyes become bloodshot, and you see the vein in his forehead starts throbbing.
This is the power of divination.
Okay, all right.
That's me.
All right, next is going to be Alson. Hallow, you are on deck.
Okay.
So I can see through the portal as well from my vantage point. I would
Yes,
see the
peeking around
Eternal
the
in
corner.
there.
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to run up right beside Zarina and cast Silent Image in the portal to make it look like it has closed from the inside. Not to us, but to the Eternal.
Do you need to remain with line of sight on that spell?
Let's see.
It would be
Just
very
as it
unusual
appears
for
within range.
5e design if it required to maintain life sight on it.
Yeah, it's anywhere within 60 feet. I mean, I could have cast it from behind the wall, really, but I wanted to be near one of my friends.
You can see a faint, shadowy shimmer sort of appears on the other side of the portal, and you can see as it just sort of like old TV style turns off, flip a horizontal line, and it just bloop, and it appears to be closed, and there's a black shimmer, but you can still see through it.
All right, yeah. I'm just gonna keep my short sword in a defensive position. That'll be my turn. I'm hoping that it will keep the Eternal away from us for just a few more, rounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well done. And Hallow, Chris, please take a point of inspiration. I very much like your use of illusion there.
Nice.
That was
Thank you.
pretty
And-
suave.
Yeah.
We are right at the end here, so Hallow, please take your turn, and then we are going to do a quick. While you're doing your turn, in fact, we're going to do the Blessing of Ravnica roll, please. So if everybody wants to initiate that out, take the poll. Who gets the Blessing of Ravnica? It is going to be a skill proficiency of the player's choice based upon a die roll I'm about to do right now. I'm going to roll a d6. If it's Constitution, I'm so sorry. So sorry. So let's not get a 3.
Oh god, we're on fire.
Under
That's the
fire.
three.
Oh, we're on fire.
Ah, I burned! No, it really doesn't. That's actually feels kind of good. That would be a 2, so that's going to be a dexterity skill of the player's choice.
Ooh, it's pretty useful.
All right.
Proficiency in dexterity skill. Who is going to get this skill proficiency? Hallow, please take your turn while we resolve this.
Oh, I don't want to go through the portal. I don't want to leave people behind. I'm gonna walk up to the portal. I'm gonna look to Dr. Ilvar and be like, I don't
Go through.
want to
Do it.
leave people
It's
behind.
important.
It's there. There's someone there.
I wouldn't go through the portal. No, that's a bad idea. Don't do that. He doesn't know we're here.
Fine.
It's fine. Oh god, I'm going.
Don't you trust me?
No, not really. Oh god, I'm going. Crap, I have no idea. I know the thing over there, literally will kill us. I'm going to. Can I, looking through the portal, can I see, what's through there? The Eternal's not looking at us. What's, away?
He is looking. He's wondering actually where the hell this stabilized portal just went. Because
that's
gone.
right, because he made it go away. Shit. Oh, we done
If you just
screwed
pop
the pooch,
through.
kid. Yeah, just screwed the pooch there, kids.
Fine. Stand next to the portal then.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
make
just
it
gonna
work.
hold. Yeah, I'm gonna hold. The rest. Oh, I already moved. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold a dimension door, and if the time needs to go, then I'm gonna go.
So when you ready a spell, you actually cast it when you're ready. If you don't hit the trigger, you waste the spell slot.
All right, then I'm not
Yeah.
doing that because that's my only spell. I'm just gonna stand at the portal, and look at Ilvar and be like,
Well then,
We are going
dodge.
to flash
Yes.
forward here several rounds, and I will narrate for you that the tunnels behind you begin teeming with the undead crawl. They come out of every open orifice in this tunnel, in this passageway, and the room across the hall is it's an embalming chamber, and they just happen to be all around. You happen to be in the embalming works, and you are eventually forced through the gateway. The angel looks on with glee as you are pushed further and further back in this eternal battle. He attempts to charm you here and there to make you take a fell stroke, but failing to do so, ultimately you end up backing through the portal rather than be cornered. You find yourselves embattled upon the beach, and that is where we are going to begin next episode.
Woo!
Beach vacation!
Beach episode!
Yeah, all for it. Yes.
Bring the umbrella. Oh, it's at nighttime. Bring your tiki torches. We are going to have some Corona lights and some lime. And a beach party in Amonkhet. In Nakatoon. The River Luxa, I hear, is quite nice this time of year, depending on where you are. I wouldn't want to be there some places. So, who's our winner?
It was
Hallow.
Hallow. Please
that name.
choose a dex skill to gain proficiency in, and thank you all out there for your votes. This is to represent the usage and the gain of skills as we continue to play. Maybe Hallow gained a bit of stealth after.
I would say it's definitely going to be stealth. For sure.
I mean,
Maybe
that's
Rosalind's
skill.
giving her some lessons.
Yeah.
So great session, everyone. Hey, just a real quick shout out. Thank you so much out there to Cascadia Gaming Supply. You guys are fantastic. And please save my hardwood tables from these cretins. Oh, wait, we're playing online. Please save my virtual tabletop from these metal dice rollers.
Fight me.
I hear the clatter of much metal. Okay, so quick go around of who we are and where we can find us, and we will see you next week after that. Thank you so much for watching. Let's go in reverse order this time. We will start with Robert. Quickly.
Oh, that's reversed? Okay.
Over time, yeah.
Robert Allen. You can find me on Twitter at Voices Robert. I'm a voice actor. There you go. That's quick.
Stickle
Good enough.
So you can find me at Sticklesocks on Twitter. I do the Retroverse, lasersandliches.com. We got a bunch of free stuff out that you can play, like over 200 pages of free stuff to play. We're still working on it right now, and it just takes a lot of time because people apparently wanted a lot more content than we necessarily expected. So we're working on making that. If you follow me on Twitter, I try to do daily plot hooks that get really weird. So do that. That'll be fun.
All right. Kremnat.
Crime-net. It's German. Say it right.
Kremnat.
Kremnat.
I'm not
Nom, nom,
German guy at the party, all right?
Yeah.
Talk to these two.
Yeah.
Let's say it right.
Anyway,
Kremnat.
I'm Nat. I'm the Tuesday DM on Twitter. Find me at CrimeNat, KREIM Nat. I do a bunch of stuff. It's not super important at this exact juncture, but I'm going to be doing a day of release stream for Descent into Avernus over on twitch.tv/variant roles. We're going to have the book in hand for like 2 hours before we go live. It'll be great.
Yes, I am there for that. All right. Nuno, tell us about where we can find you.
Hi guys, I'm Nuno. You can find me on the internet, Instagram, Twitter, everything at jnunotex. I do a bunch of shouting about D&D on the webs, and also I organize a meetup, London RPG community in the London area, United Kingdom. And actually, we're going to have a very exciting event on the 20th of October. So if you're in the United Kingdom and want to come down to London, it's a D&D for mental health charity event. So, yeah. I'll be posting about it on Twitter, so follow me and you'll have all the details.
That is
See you next week.
amazing. All right, Megan, please tell us where we can find you. You're muted.
I'm muted.
Take two. We're going to use take two. You can find me. Hi, I'm Megan. You can find me on Twitter and most everywhere else at Megan Lynn for the win. You can find some games that I wrote on itch.io/Megan Lynn for the win. And you can find me every other Saturday on twitch.tv/go_JG playing Spire, which is an amazing game by Grant Howitt. And yeah, that's... Oh, and the Well Beyond podcast is releasing soon on Encounter Roleplay's channel with a certain other someone also as well. So stay tuned. You can follow us on Twitter at the Well Beyond pod to see what's going on with that.
All right. And last but not least, Sam, please tell us about you and where we can find you, and I'll follow it up.
All right. Hey, I am Sam. You can find me at Samwise_GameG on Twitch and Twitter. I'm a chronic illness, disability, and accessibility advocate. You can see me streaming every other Wednesday on the Chromatic Chimera, as well as Saturdays with Heroes Without Limits, which is a disability-focused channel. This Friday, actually, the 13th, I'm going to be playing over at Embrace the Initiative, specifically a Honey Heist game featuring disabled and chronically ill and neurodivergent players, as well as our GM, and it's just meant to help raise some awareness for better disability representation in gaming. Also, on Fridays, you'll be able to see me in the Courts of the Shadow Fae over on Variant Roles. I'm playing a ridiculous character I can't wait for everybody to meet, so come and check that out.
Yes, excellent. Thank you very much. And I am your ever-present Dungeon Master, DM Corey. You can find me all over the internet at DM Corey at all the internet places where you look for people with @ symbols before their names. Yeah. So here in Twitch, you can actually find me /DM Corey, though I'll tell you, I mostly just auto-host people who I find are fantastic and want to amplify their signal. So, real quick, one last thing. We do have a bunch of donation things that we can donate for. In fact, we just got a fantastic donation. Thank you so much to Godfather Wraith.
Thank you.
Wow, £30 pounds.
Thank you.
Oh my.
Something associated with it, in particular, which we will address at the beginning of the next stream because it is the end here. I don't have it right in front of me what the list is, but that is, I believe, an NPC.
Create an NPC.
I believe so.
So,
Oh boy.
Godfather
That's amazing.
Ray, hit me up with a DM, or actually
Be
just,
gentle.
No, you don't have to be gentle in my
Don't be gentle.
See,
You can
all
slide
I
whatever
remember.
you like. Hit me up on Twitter.
All
I
I-
got my DM open over there at DM Corey. Send me a DM. We will set up a call on Zoom, and we will work in a meaningful NPC into Season 3 plotline. And thank you very much for the donation, especially because as this season, half of our donations and all of our Patreon donations go directly to the cast on Encounter Roleplay. So thank you all very much for your support. We love what we do, and it means so much when we can like make this a little more sustainable. I know I spend a lot of money on this hobby, and it's so meaningful. So thank you so much for your donations, and that's what I got. You guys killed it. Thank you so much, Chris, for joining us this week. And
Thank you.
Yay, Chris!
Yeah,
Thank you for having me. I'm glad it was a lot of fun. You guys are great.
See you all next week. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.